Hey guys, if you enjoy the Drunken Peasants podcast, be sure to go to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get your free audio book. They have books like The God Delusion or Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Also, 150,000 other titles to choose from. So be sure to check that out. It supports the show and you get a free audiobook in the process. So what the fuck do you have to lose? Tacos.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be light.
You're garbage, TJ.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Welcome to the Drunken
Fucking
Peasants
thing
podcast,
sucks.
where we DP the fuck out of the news.
I'm Ben.
And I am TJ.
How whimsical. We switched names. Surely this will be solid entertainment for the entire family.
Shit.
It's magically delicious. Uh-oh. Ben's monitor exploded. There we go. It's back.
Fucking thing sucks.
Woo! Perfect timing.
Yeah. No Scotty. I might as
Scott-
well just turn off the Scotty cam.
Yeah. Scotty's dead. Scotty's not dead. He was never alive.
Anyway, before we get started today, just wanted to let everyone know that if you have any content that you want us to cover on the show, you can go to our Facebook. Just like us on Facebook, send us a private message with a segment that you want us to cover or a question that you have or a stupid ad. We just ask nothing copyrighted, no music. Even if you think it's the funniest song you've ever heard in your fucking life, we don't want it.
We don't want your music.
Right. No music.
Because it's copyrighted. Even if it's not copyrighted, YouTube will be like, this is copyrighted.
Yeah, the Bible Reloaded got flagged for their own theme song.
Which says their names explicitly in it.
Right.
So what is YouTube's narrative there that these two guys named Hugo and Jake just happened to find this song that had the same name as a show they wanted to do? It's like someone just wrote a song like, in case there's ever a song called The Bible Reloaded with Hugo and Jake, this can be its theme song.
Right.
And then Hugo and Jake stumble upon it like, holy shit.
Yeah, they had to make the Bible Reloaded show fit around the song.
Yep.
That was clearly established before.
That song was actually written in 1977 by a group called the Moldy Peaches.
The Moldy Peaches?
Yep, the Moldy Peaches. And I think we have a little bit of a shout-out to do.
Yes, we do.
This is for a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Fastos, I believe. Let's just show that channel there. Yeah. So that link is in the description. This is a supporter and fan of our show who also runs a vlog. I've checked out some of his videos. They're pretty good. We recommend that you go check them out as well. That link is down below in the description section. A place that few of you have ever been to. So what's going on, Ben?
It kind of sucks that Scotty's not here a lot lately because there's so many Hey Scotties that I get.
Yeah, it's
and
sad.
I don't get to use them.
Yeah, it is pretty sad. Hey, Scotty.
Do you want to see one anyway, or do you want to wait till he's here?
Let's make him be here for those. He's missed too many. He's missed too damn many.
Right.
Or you know what we could do?
What?
We can call him later in the show and make him listen to him at least. Or we could just call him and do our own. Be like, hey, Scotty.
Hey, Scotty.
He'd be like, what's up? Jesus, man. Hang up. Or do the music first. Yeah,
we have to have that queued up. We have to have that queued up, though.
Oh, for sure. Or we could just do it with our mouths. That's what she said.
Let's see. Nuclear bomb on the way. Needs scientists and military now.
That sounds urgent. Hey, it's this
We have
lady.
an emergency. The Jesuits are about to launch a nuclear bomb that has
Those
semen
fucking
in it that will
Jesuits.
infect
Wait.
everyone.
Stop. Semen?
Do we want to talk about her response to us first before we watch this?
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, it was the Friday show, right?
Yes.
We talked about this lady who said that Brent Spiner and that Brent Spiner played Data on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Just in case you don't know who that is.
And Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey and Vladimir Putin.
I think Hugh Jackman was involved too somehow.
Someone like that. She believes, I've done a little bit more research on her, she believes that all of those are men who are basically like her love slaves, or they're trying to get with her. They're desperate to be with her. And she's being thwarted at all sides by these Jesuits who are trying to destroy the world or whatever.
And they made their penises fall off. All the men.
And all the men that are in her little sex cult, the Jesuits sent a computer virus that somehow made their genitals, their dicks, fall off or rot.
Turn
or
into
something.
vaginas.
Yeah, basically. She said that Matthew McConaughey's penis was basically a vagina. So anyway, we made a video about how crazy she is, how batshit fucking insane. And she wrote this response on her Facebook.
Right. It's funny that she wrote the disclaimer at the top because she's the one talking about penises turning into vaginas and semen.
Right.
But
so anyway, warning, this video is not suitable for children. Gail posts this video to educate, she's talking about our video, to educate the world about how Jesuit leader Zach Knight's followers operate, to show that he is the vile man, the Antichrist described in the Bible. Who the fuck is Zach Knight? Can we pull up a picture of this Zach Knight? Is this even a person?
I don't know who it is. I didn't even look it up because I figured it would just be the most ridiculous shit ever.
That's why we need to find out.
Do you want me to pull him up?
Go, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see this Zach Knight. That's apparently the Jesuit leader that pulls our strings. Zach Knight.
Zach Knight.
That's him?
I don't know. I look up
ass-
Zach Knight, and this is what I find.
That must be him, because everyone else she talks about is famous.
This guy?
Yep.
He looks like he belongs in like a early 90s boy band or something like that.
Is he Asian?
I have no idea.
It's hard to tell from this distance.
Okay. All right.
So this is the guy that's pulling our strings. These perverts sent me a link to their video. Did you send her a link to our video?
No, you know.
None of us sent the video
a
to her.
fan did it.
Where I am featured starting at around 1:04 in the video. It amazes me that these Jesuit jackasses can post their vile video full of four-letter words and graphic sexual descriptions. Okay, the video of yours that we were responding to was nothing but penises. So I don't think you could take us to task for our supposedly graphic sexual descriptions. And not be banned under YouTube is age restricted. While I post the truth about Jesuit crimes, and YouTube makes my videos age restricted. Yeah, I wonder why they would make your videos talking about penises for 2 hours restricted. It's pretty obvious that Zach Knight rules the internet. That is it's obvious to all of us. It's obvious to all of us that Zach Knight runs the internet.
Zach Knight, because I knew who he was before like 30 seconds ago.
Yes, Zach Knight rules the internet. Zach meets with Satan every week. Wonder what that is. That like a lunch date? You know, I mean, if he's the Antichrist, you'd almost figure like, isn't he supposed to be Satan personified or something? Why would he have to meet with Satan every week? One of his favorite strategies is to commit crimes using space-age technology that no one knows about, so that if anyone dares expose them, he can easily discredit them as crazy. Yes, and of course it's very difficult to discredit someone like Gail as crazy.
Yeah, no. That's what we're doing. We're just discrediting her.
We're just slapping the crazy label on her. Just because she thinks that computer viruses can make people's penises fall off doesn't mean she's crazy.
And she's in a bizarre love triangle with Brent Spiner. And
I watched a video of hers where she's talking about Brent Spiner, and apparently he has publicly disavowed her at some point, and she says that was a clone.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Like he actually publicly even acknowledged her existence?
Yes.
Do you think like some crazy person like mentioned it at a Star Trek convention?
Well, she goes around saying that that's her boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Or that they're I don't know if they're not married, but that's like whatever. Zach Knight boasts about betting about 100 women a day. As wild as this sounds, I think he's doing it. Pretty disgusting, if you ask me. Imagine all that evil seed going into the world. He must be really fucking quick in bed, you know?
He's a minute man.
He must be, because, I mean, if he's getting with 100 chicks a day,
Pump chump.
He's got to be. So, I mean, that doesn't even sound impressive. That just kind of sounds... And, like, how would you even go about seducing that many women
How
a day?
dare you blaspheme our great leader, Zach Knight?
Sorry, I'm new to
How
new to
dare
Zach
you
Knightism.
blaspheme our great Dark Lord?
I am sorry. Praise Zach Knight. Please forgive me, Zach Knight. Zach Knight is law. Zach Knight is Lord. Zach Knight is love. Zach and the Jesuits... Oh, I'm sorry. Zach Knight puts a magnifying glass on comments I make that can be easily misunderstood, taking bits and pieces of what I say to create a false impression. Zach and the Jesuits know I'm not crazy. This is the game they play with the world, gloating in their power to spread lies and propaganda about their enemies. It's pretty pathetic that I have to expose this evil man's crime, and look how he gloats over his evil. I think I can safely assume that these jackasses, once again referring to us, are Zach Knight followers. Most Jesuits today claim to be atheists. Wow. These Jesuit jackasses told me to go see a doctor. I told them to go see an exorcist. He then says, "You have schizophrenia, don't you?" I said, "I really don't think you believe that. Say hi to Jesuit leader Zach Knight for me." Then they say, "Who? Jesuits always lie."
Is she
and play
talking about
stupid.
us? Does she think she had a conversation?
I think she
with
does
us?
think that she had a conversation with us. But, I don't know if you heard, but I think she might be crazy, so. I have banned them from my YouTube channel, but their post comments to educate the world about Zach Knight. He is a truly vile man. Then she quotes some Bible verses. We're not going to bother with that. I take Seroquel every day for my yeast bacterium infection, even though it is also used for psychosis. You want to know why this Seroquel isn't working for my psychosis, even though I take it every day? It's simple. It's because I'm not crazy, so there's nothing to fix. Though it is working to help with my yeast and bacterium infection. Jesus said he made Seroquel just for me. Jesus is brilliant. He created a drug diagnosed for psychosis, but also cures my deadly yeast infection. Romans 8:28.
What?
I don't think Romans 8:28 gets into that. I really
And
don't.
Jesus said unto thee,
"This drug will cure psychosis, but also Gail's yeast infection. So saith Jesus."
the Church of Gail with their supercomputer. and
By the
sick
way,
bay.
at Church of Gail, they ran an IQ test on me, and I have the highest IQ of any woman on the planet. Brent told me that I am the Galileo of our times. I'm sure back in Galileo's day, a lot of people thought he was crazy. Though I don't think these people believe I'm crazy. They are following orders from Zach Knight. I am certain of it. All right, so here's my challenge to Gail. Brent Spiner is always talking to you. He's always having intimate conversations with you, back and forth, back and forth. I would like you to simply post a video with you and Brent Spiner together where he says, like, "Hey, Church of Gail really, this Gail, she really knows me. And she's the Galileo of our times." That's what I want from you, Gail. And then that'll prove that you're not crazy, that you actually know Brent Spiner. And then I want him to tell me the story about his penis and perhaps even show his penis on camera. personal opinion, I don't think these jackasses are as stupid as they appear. They're just following orders from their jackass leader, the evil, vile, and cruel Zack Knight, who specializes in penises, rape, and blah, blah, blah. And then you see her face, and you just imagine all those words coming out of her. That we stare, ladies and gentlemen, upon the Galileo of our times, according to Brent Spiner.
According to Brent Spiner, which doesn't, I mean, like, you know, an actor from the 80s and 90s.
Which carries a lot of fucking weight, guys. A lot of weight, because Brent Spiner's a really smart guy. He was an android. Come on.
Yeah. That's what I think. I think maybe she's halfway between reality and fiction. You know, like Brent Spiner is actually Data, because she was talking about how he helped fix her supercomputer.
You know what I think, though? I think she's the Galileo of our times, and Zack Knight is just making her look crazy.
How dare you blaspheme, Zack Knight?
I'm turning away from Zack Knight. I want to join the Church of Gail. Gail, please take me as your disciple. Teach me your ways. Show me Brent Spiner's penis. And Matthew McConaughey's.
Scientists all
and
over
Vladimir
the world
Putin's.
To help us stop this bomb. And also, it's going to be like Jesuit bukkake in a nuclear bomb, and it's headed
Jesuit
towards Canada.
bukkake. With their evil nuclear sperm bomb.
Why is it just the Jesuits? Why isn't it like the whole Catholic Church?
Just the Jesuits.
Yeah, yeah. That's like one of the many orders of Catholicism.
I want her and Vigilant Christian to argue whether it's the Jesuits trying to kill us with sperm bombs or it's the Illuminati trying to brainwash us with satanic propaganda.
I like the first one better.
Sperm Bomb, by the way, would be a good band name.
Sperm Bomb. You come up with a new band name almost every episode now.
Well, there's certain words that if you put them together, they just sound good as a band name or a song name.
Sperm Bomb.
Where Judge Terrence Jenkins is right now.
Or even better, Jesuit Sperm Bomb.
Any scientists out there that can help us stop this bomb or come up with some sort of spermicide that will counter all the germs that are going to come out of this bomb.
We'll just get like one of those porn stars that can take a lot of like a massive dose in their anus. You know what I'm talking about? Like just like someone with a really loose ass. And then we could just have them fucking catch the bomb in their ass, and then it blows up, but they're used to that anyway, so.
Contact Judge Terrence Jenkins at Judge Terry Jenkins, JudgeTerryJenkins at yahoo.com.
It's sad that even a Galileo of our times, a super genius, can't figure out how to put the address up on the screen. You know?
Oh, she's too busy with other more important shit.
Yeah, she's trying to save the world. But, you know, these scientists, man.
I like how it's Brent Spiner and Matthew McConaughey, though.
And Vladimir Putin.
And she's torn between those three.
No. She said in the video I watched of her that Brent Spiner is the only one she really has affections for, but all those other men are all suitors.
But Matthew
as well.
McConaughey is knocking on her door, like
right. Those guys are all trying to get with her, but she's just got eyes for Brent. Brent is her man. But you know, she still allows the others, I guess, to worship her and her greatness.
Judge Terry Jenkins, or go to Gerard Butler, GerardButlerMD at gmail.com. They are going to, the nuclear bomb is headed right towards Canada right now where Terry Jenkins is. We need some.
How can she function? Like, isn't she totally afraid that something's going to destroy her? You know,
No, dude, she's got the Church of Gail on her side. They're a force for good in an otherwise crazy and evil world.
I see.
So is this bomb nuclear or is it sperm? Cause
nuclear sperm.
I mean, because like, if it's a nuclear bomb, when it blows up, like whatever sperm it contains is just going to be destroyed. It's going to be vaporized. You know, it's not like the sperm will survive the nuclear blast.
No.
And how much sperm could you even fit in one bomb anyway? What is gonna? Why can't it just be a nuclear bomb? Why does it have to be a nuclear Jesuit sperm bomb?
Scientists and military to intervene. This bomb can
Oh no, she's getting a Skype call.
It's probably Brent.
Hello?
Yeah, it's me again.
Yeah, keep talking. I actually have the video going right now, and I think you're being recorded.
Oh my goodness, I'm on video. That's amazing.
Yes, say what you need to say.
Well,
Okay, is this bullshit or what?
I don't know what's going on. Let's listen to some more.
a scientist on nanotechnology research team is saying that this is a new cocky. It's a new kind of nuclear bomb. It's a bomb that's got
a new cocky
in it. It's gonna
Bukkake nuclear bomb. New cocky.
Okay,
So
keep
that's all I
going.
needed to tell you.
Okay.
Everyone,
It
I
sounds.
think you're being recorded. I hope so.
okay, I hope so too,
Okay.
Dan.
All right. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, bye-bye.
What the fuck was that?
It sounded like Violent J, kind of. I think Violent J is part of the Church of Gail. And he's figured out the new cocky.
He couldn't figure out magnets, but he figured out new cocky.
Fucking new cockies. How do they work? I'm starting to think this is like very elaborate performance art.
Do you think so?
Maybe.
Oh, is that the end?
I guess. I don't know.
God, that shit was intense.
I want her. I don't, whether she actually believes this or is just a character she's putting on. I think she should write movie scripts about her adventures.
Starring Brent Spiner.
Yes, and we have to get the actual Brent Spiner to do it.
But I guess he wouldn't now that she's...
No, we have to get him to do it. Any amount of money we have to raise to get Brent Spiner to do it, we'll do it. If we can't get the real Brent Spiner, we can get one of his many clones.
Who exactly cloned Brent Spiner?
The Jesuits, dude. Follow the plot.
It's like, of all people, Brent Spiner. It's not like he's getting a lot of work these days. So why would
the illustrious Brent Spiner?
Yeah, why would they need multiple Brent Spiners at this point?
They need to discredit Gail, dude.
Oh.
That's his sole job.
Okay.
Brent Spiner gets a lot of work, man.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
A lot of work doing what?
He's got projects, man.
I'm a fan.
He has several projects in various stages of development.
I'm a fan
right
of a lot of his shit, not just Star Trek, but it's not like he's an actor that they would need clones of. You know, he's not that busy these days.
Oh, he is. He is, Ben.
Okay.
You just don't know. He's doing some top secret research with the Church of Gail. You have to remember that. He's trying to figure out countermeasures for the new cocky.
There's a new $100 bill that's going to be decrypted. This guy's decrypting the $100 bill to show us hidden Illuminati symbolism that reveals the future of the end of humanity.
Sweet. I love how the Illuminati are always hiding shit right in their fucking
right.
Money. Like there's no compelling reason. Like, we're gonna fucking hide symbols of what we're gonna do in the money that, you know, some guy on the internet might be able to figure out. Makes perfect sense.
Mega newsflash! Y'all have been watching. Anyone that's been watching what I do. I decrypted the U.S. currency years ago, bills that no one else knew what was on those bills. That is an identical match to the side of the building of the Alfred P. Moore building.
Oh my God. Wow, yeah, that's it. Oh shit, towers, wow, yeah.
He, like, makes origami out of these fucking... bills. It's almost like
to reveal the truth, Ben.
It's almost like the fold-in in the back of a Mad magazine.
Yep.
You ever seen those before?
Yes, I have.
That's basically what he's doing here.
Yeah, but he's using it to reveal the truth that the Illuminati have hidden in plain sight. This guy's my hero. What's that? So, without being told, what are you looking at? Oh, there you go. That's it.
That's a stretch.
Nope, dead ringer, dude. That's what it is.
Dead ringer.
Dead fucking ringer.
I'm going to show you the old $10 bill.
It's amazing how the
latest
Illuminati
$10 bill.
knew
There it is.
even like exactly what the pattern of the explosion was going to be if looked at from a certain angle at a certain time, and that someone would take a picture at that moment. It's really impressive.
It is.
That's a tidal wave coming over a building
Yeah.
with a radioactive sky. The sky is radioactive. There's a
Oh.
nuke in the background. This is a tidal wave. This is a building right here, and when I move my hand, you will see this building's reflection in the water. There it is.
Wow.
This is the water right here. Okay, that's the $10 bill. The
Yeah. Yeah, if you fucking sit there and really try to make it look like that, it kind of almost does. You're right, dude. Yeah, it's a fucking dead ringer, dude.
$100 bill has come out. The new
Just
$100
like
bill.
the fucking grilled
This
cheese
is
sandwich with Jesus in it.
So now he's
urgent.
This is urgent, TJ. You need to know this now.
This is the latest revelation.
The new $100 bill.
He's gonna
Viral. Get it out. It's coming. I guarantee it. The prophetic utterance the Lord gave me in 2007. It is. Many of those things have already happened. This is the end of it. Get ready.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, the hand of the oppressor has been lifted against you. And out of the sea shall come fire and smoke. And
Is this Revelation shit that he's reading here?
I don't know.
I would imagine so.
Probably.
Why is it that a lot... Is it just because we live in Western society that all these crazy conspiracy theorists are all Christian?
You know, I mean, it's an interesting question.
I know.
It's an interesting question, isn't it? I think that maybe it's just that people who are mentally ill have a greater predisposition to believe in stories about magic men in the sky that created the universe. Like, truly believe it.
Why would the magic man in the sky allow this underground organization to become so powerful?
But it's all explained in the Bible, Ben.
It is?
Oh, yeah. This is the coming of the Antichrist, and we go through the end times and tribulations and all that bullshit.
devouring wind.
Read your
Water as
Bible
high as
and
the
do
walls
what
of
it say.
Jerusalem shall cover the city.
Oh, by the way, I tried to get G-Man on tonight.
No, this is his own words. This is his prophetic utterance from 2007.
I just wanted to throw out there before I forget. I tried to get G-Man on tonight. He said he couldn't, but he said he'll definitely be on next time. So
cool.
Yep.
By the sea.
Great G-Man.
Great shall be the destruction of that city.
Wow, yeah. You're a prophet, dude.
Here is the new $100 bill.
All
the
right.
10 has been turned upside down. Anyone that watches my ministry should know.
His ministry. Here's another one.
Ministry.
It's called a YouTube channel, dude. It's not.
Anyone
a
who
ministry.
watches my ministry knows that an upside down 10 symbolizes some kind of bullshit.
The first time I ever heard a YouTube channel be referred to as a ministry, it was Venom Fang X.
Now they're all ministries.
I know.
I'm gonna start calling my channel a ministry.
I'm pretty sure the Vigilant Christian calls his a ministry.
Maybe I can get tax exempt status if I call myself a ministry.
Well, atheism is a religion. Remember, TJ?
Yep. Atheism's a religion. I want tax exempt
Yep.
status for my ministry.
What that means. Here come contrails of missiles right here. Here's a contrail of a missile coming in, exploding.
Wow.
Coming in from this side right here, exploding.
Yeah.
The reason I'm showing it to you on this is
I don't
because
see
once
that
you
at
put
all,
it in
but
higher
yeah.
resolution, it's difficult to see. But with the naked eye, here again is the contrail coming in, missile exploding. This is going to be.
Why is it that you have to fold the money in that exact same shape every time to see these cryptic images?
Because that's how they do it. That's how they roll, Ben.
Is this like an Illuminati shape that we're looking at here?
What is his thing? Is his thing the Illuminati or is his thing?
I have no fucking idea.
What has he got?
I get them all mixed up at this
They
point.
all have their own different name for the
Yeah.
evil group that's controlling us all. Maybe he'll mention it.
New York City, and you're going to see the water coming through now after this. Here are the buildings. Here are the buildings right here. See the buildings right here? Okay, you see all this ink right here that makes the unidirectional lines. There's darker ink in certain spots. You'll see it. Okay, these unidirectional lines is movement towards the subject, which is us. As I change the magnification, you're going to see all of this. All of this is going to turn to waves coming in.
Waves, Ben.
I'm waiting.
I'm
waiting.
seeing it, Ben. Are you seeing it?
No.
I'm seeing it, dude. This guy's right.
From those nukes that went down, and they're going to be destroying the city. Watch. Here it goes. There it is. See it? See how it changed? See how it gets all fluffy? Boom.
Wow.
There it is.
Yep.
Buildings.
What?
Yep, that's a tide of water overtaking the city if you change the light magnification shit. See? Look.
I can't believe we didn't see this coming.
Well, when New York City is blown up and then flooded, your face is gonna be red, Ben.
Oh shit. Sorry guys. Some guy made a video about this. I just thought it was crazy. I ignored it.
This is the end.
Yeah.
Beautiful Ben, the end.
Being wiped out. There it is. See the water? That's water. I'm gonna go back. Look. There it is.
Yep.
Now
the water's gonna overtake
coming
it.
at you.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
yep. I feel like I'm gonna drown just watching it. The day after tomorrow. It's gonna be just like that movie.
Right. And I think we're gonna stop watching this because he's playing.
Yeah. Okay.
Movie clip.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, here's your new friend.
My new friend.
Stefan Yes.
Stefan
And he's going to talk about whether or not education is a human right.
Let me guess, no.
Is education a human right?
Nope. Sure ain't.
So,
it's only a right for fucking people who have money, who fucking made it in the capitalist system. The purest and best system ever
was.
was.
A couple questions on education, but the first one is education a human right?
No.
Go on.
Go on.
that was creepy as fuck.
Go on.
Go on.
I would like to dispel this notion.
Yes.
Oh, I am Stefan Molyneux. This idea is about to be destroyed.
G'day, Stefan. So,
by me, the great Stefan Molyneux.
Human rights, they kind of come with a responsibility. So someone has the right to life, but I feel they have a responsibility to live well. Like, I'm not encouraged to look after them, for example. You know, that's their responsibility. So when I think about education as a human right, I mean, I
okay, hang on.
work in it.
I still don't know.
There are no words there.
Yeah.
What right is? What is a right? What is
Okay,
right?
so
what is a right? Like,
okay, so
I
I'm
mean,
talking
what is it philosophical? It's not something that exists materially, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm talking about.
So wait, hold on. So he's like unfamiliar with the concept of a right. Like is he saying because he doesn't understand, or just because he wants them both to agree on a definition, or what?
I'm hoping it's the agree on a definition.
Right, because I mean,
that's what I'm hoping.
He's like, what is a right? I've never heard of that. I'm stumped by this. I just don't get it, frankly.
Some people talk about the difference between positive and negative rights. So, for example, a negative right would be, I have the freedom not to be shot in the street.
But, okay, but what? So that, but that's a statement.
Yeah. So I'm saying.
Yeah, it is a statement.
So right is right is like, I would like not to be shot in the street.
Right.
No.
So
no. Go on.
You want him to talk more?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, well, this video is 27 minutes.
Right.
I can't fucking...
Obviously, we're not going to watch
I can't nitpick every point if I even want to get to whatever part might have some passing resemblance to something substantive.
So hang on. No, but we need to be more precise then, right?
No.
It's a statement of preference.
Yes.
It's a statement of preference.
And it's clearly a statement of preference that's not shared by everyone else. Nobody says, I have a right to gravity, because everyone is subject to gravity, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. So basically, like, if someone says you have a right not to be a slave, it's like, well, you just prefer not to be a slave. That's what you're really saying. It's like, No, I think I have a right not to be a slave.
And,
But it's basically just a preference. It's like, no, it's not just a preference. There's ethical and moral reasons that are pretty clear that I think we can come to a pretty strong intersubjective consensus on that this is a bad thing. But no, I guess not.
So
I guess it's just a preference.
If you're going to say right, what you're saying is some people believe it would be nice if hamana, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, for example, in both America and where I live, education is currently enforced upon people. So you need to send your child to school, or at least have some kind of education happening to them up until the year 10 for where I live. So that means that, for example, in a government school, which I don't work in, a child, if they do the wrong thing and they get expelled, they actually move to a different school. So there's no
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
I almost feel like we make his show that much more interesting.
It's hard to even... If we make it interesting at all, then we've made it more interesting.
Right.
Like, if I'm just sitting here going... That makes it more interesting.
for not accepting or taking your education responsibly. So I'm wondering...
Oh shit,
if,
I'm still bald.
In that case, does that constitute an overreach of government, I suppose I would say?
You're talking to some hardcore libertarian. He thinks
a lot of language.
He thinks everything is a fucking overreach of government. So, I mean, of course, you know what his answer is.
And a lot of suppositions into very few statements, which is fine, but we need to unpack it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God.
So I don't believe in rights. I think rights are extremely unhelpful in philosophical or political discussions because rights do not exist.
Wait.
Right?
They're a human creation. That doesn't mean they don't exist.
No,
there's a difference between something not being like an inherent property of nature and something not existing. I mean, like, human beings create rights. We have something called a Bill of Rights that's supposed to guarantee us certain freedoms. Now, as we can see, it doesn't always fucking work that way because in America, if you don't, I mean, like, if the citizenry doesn't actually stand up for their rights, the rights are just chipped away at. So in a way, I kind of see where he's coming from because there's no way that we can just absolutely declare this is a right and never again will anyone be denied this right. You know, it's just impossible. Or at least it hasn't happened yet. But as an idea, how can you say it's useless as a political idea? Saying that someone has the right to freedom of speech has guaranteed... I mean, the idea that there's a right to freedom of speech has protected a lot of people saying controversial things throughout the years.
And that's why there's not freedom of speech in so many countries.
Right, or the right to bear arms, the Second Amendment. There's so many conservative Americans cherish so deeply.
Yeah, I mean, there's even fewer countries that have that.
Right. Or, you know, the right to privacy, which is probably the one that's been eroded the most here in America. But the fact that that existed as part of the framework for the foundation of our country has protected a lot of people from unlawful searches and seizures over the years. So saying that a right is politically useless is, I don't know, I just find it a bit ridiculous, honestly.
Are a begging, a preference, I would like it if, and it's a wish fulfillment. It's a plea for the dragon to eat you last. But I don't believe in rights. I don't think that they're useful. I think that they're a word that are used to create some sort of absolute where no such absolute exists.
I mean, I can kind of agree with him on that part. That there's no way of creating an absolute. But to say they're not useful, I mean, that's pretty preposterous. I mean, think of all the people who have been protected by the First Amendment or the Second Amendment or any fucking bill or any fucking amendment in the Bill of Rights. How many people throughout history have relied upon these things, especially the First Amendment, to be able to convey controversial ideas to people?
You don't have a right to anything in this world. And you know, to me, it's like zebras saying that I have a right to not get eaten. Okay, well, other zebras aren't going to eat you, and lions don't care about your rights. So rights are a statement of claim that is used to attempt to protect you from people who would never harm you and give you no protection or illusory protection, which is even worse, from people who will do you harm. Like if I think I have some magic shark repellent shield around me, when I don't, I'm going to be a hell of a lot more dangerous around sharks.
Not dangerous around sharks, in danger around sharks.
So, one thing I've noticed, at least with this video,
what?
You agree with more things that he said.
Oh, yeah. Not everything he said has been fucking totally
which is
intellectually bankrupt.
Which is different.
Probably just like, I would say 80% of what he said has been bullshit, as opposed to the usual 100%.
We usually get swarmed by his fanboys, too.
Oh, yeah, they'll swarm us. You didn't understand Stefan Molyneux's points. You didn't really address his arguments. I think that you're an uneducated fool who needs to read this book and watch this video. And then you'll understand the full context of the framework of his fucking brilliant architecture of argument.
You know, thinking I have protection when I don't makes life a hell of a lot more dangerous for me. And so my concern is that, if say, well, I have a right, I have property rights. It's like, well,
I feel like I should have a right not to listen to this guy talk.
Anyone
actually do? I don't.
You do have the right not to.
You impose upon me this sort of thing.
So I oppress you?
You're my oppressor, Ben. Why you pressing me, Ben?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I know you would be. Piece of shit.
All right.
One who's going to accept that you have property rights isn't going to steal from you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if you think you have property rights, well, then just look at your income tax bill or your property tax bill. You don't have a goddamn shred of property rights.
Yeah.
You rent stuff from the government the way that you rent your store from the mafia by paying them protection money. So I don't like the word rights in discussions because it's not describing anything that is empirically real, and it's not describing anything that is...
My God, how much is he going to belabor this fucking point?
So ideas aren't real because they're not something you can actually hold in your hand? Is that what he's saying?
He's saying that he's saying that you can't empirically prove that rights exist. But I can empirically prove that rights exist because the way we define rights, like we've already implemented rights. They're not, can we implement them? Absolutely. Can we fucking 100% guarantee that this is going to be respected in all instances? Of course we can't. But it's an idea that's strived for. And that's the important thing, is that we have this architecture, we have this cornerstone of this is something that people should definitely be allowed to do, or this is something that people definitely don't, that should never happen to somebody. The negative and positive rights. We can have that as a framework. Is that going to be absolute? Of course it's not going to be absolute. But if we don't even have it in the framework, then, those people have no protection at all. To say that the protection is completely illusory is just false. Because how many people would be in trouble? Like, what about, Larry Flint, where it's like, oh, well, you distributed this Hustler magazine, which we deem to be indecent, and you're going to go to prison. And then it gets appealed to the Supreme Court and shit. Or no, that wasn't the Supreme Court case, but later on it's appealed, and it's like it's appealed on a First Amendment basis. And then there was that thing with Jerry Falwell where he basically said that Jerry Falwell fucked his mother in a fucking outhouse or something. And that story, that was the one that went to the Supreme Court, and that one is another one that he won on the basis of freedom of speech, the First Amendment to the Constitution. So, I mean, to say that these rights are never effective in protecting people, they also have protected, if you want an example that's a little bit more heinous, they've protected the Westboro Baptist Church on several occasions to be able to, say the horrible things they do, to protest the soldiers' funerals, to hold up signs that say God hates America, God loves dead troops, whatever else the fuck they want to say. Even though I guarantee that 99.9% of people in America find that group to be reprehensible, we still recognize that they have a right, because that's part of the framework of our democracy, is that they do have the right to say what they want to say.
That's a pretty large difference for the United States compared to a lot of other Western nations.
Right, because
we are tolerant of intolerance here.
Right. In most other countries that are, developed, that are out of the at our stage of development, are roughly there.
Years ago,
they would label that hate speech and say, oh well, you can't say that.
Years ago, I watched a documentary about a neo-Nazi rock band that went all around the world performing, and when they were in Europe, they had to play these underground shows that were illegal because they were considered hate speech. But then when they came to the U.S., they could literally advertise in newspapers, like newsletters and shit like that. It's totally different. And I guess that's why we still have Klan rallies and shit like that.
Yep.
How do you feel about that? Are you happier that we do have that sort of freedom?
Yes.
You are. Okay.
I would say that, I don't think that any point of view should be censored or treated as though, someone's not allowed to think that. I mean, and you've noticed that us allowing the KKK to go out and exist and spread their message is not exactly led to some giant boon in the KKK.
What about a situation where, we allow the KKK to spew their, blatant racism, but then if there's someone someone that was once in the military or worked for the military that leaked something because they are doing it as a part of free speech, they're considered, like Snowden, who he's considered a fucking criminal.
Really, to my mind, someone like Snowden or someone like Chelsea Manning should be able to get away with that, not on the basis of freedom of speech, because that's of course classified material, but they should be able to get away with it on the basis of whistleblower protections. I think that the whistleblower laws should apply to our government as well. If the government is hiding its own illegal activity from our people.
Is there anything that explicitly says that government employees are exempt from whistleblowers?
I don't exactly know. We'd have to get a lawyer on to talk about the legal specifics. I'm just talking about what ought to be, not necessarily what is.
I thought you were a lawyer, TJ.
I lied about that. That was just to get in your pants, dude.
Universally consistent or rational. So since it neither describes universality, rationality, or empirical reality, I find it useless. And the word rights, worse than useless, because the word rights always is used as the foundation for a government is instituted by men to secure rights which are given by God and blah, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the word rights is always something that governments need to provide you and protect you from, but the governments are the basic violators of all human rights. We need a rapist to protect me from being sexually harassed. No.
What?
So
I'm kind of lost there.
Did he say he needs a rapist?
He says we need a rapist to protect us from being sexually harassed. I guess he's trying to make some kind of sarcastic point, but it's totally... I don't know where it's coming or where it's going. He's saying the governments are the most basic violators of human rights. I would say that's... that's partially true. I wouldn't say they're the most, that they violate it the most. I would say that whoever's in power is going to be the one that's going to violate your rights. Whether that's going to be a giant corporation or whether you're in, if you live in a small village somewhere in the underdeveloped world or in a previous era, then, you have the feudal lord that's going to tell you everything you're supposed to do, You don't actually own the land that you work on as a farmer. They own the land, you give them most of what you grow, and you get whatever little bit you need to survive. And whatever other resources might be available to you. So, if you go throughout history, I think more people have rights and autonomy now than have ever had it before, and we have more government, not less.
I find
because we have these cornerstones. And if you're just going to talk about like, okay, if we get rid of government, then the government won't be able to violate our rights anymore. Yeah, the government won't be able to violate your supposed rights anymore, but any fucking army of thugs with enough guns can. Anyone who can overpower you can basically take your rights away.
Any army of thugs big enough could become the new government.
Right. You're always gonna. There's always gonna be certain human beings that crave power. That's not gonna change. I mean, even with a government, we still have gangs out there. We still have people trying to get into the government to reach the highest levels of government, or if not the government, then corporations. They want to be the CEO of the corporation that decides whether you can fucking have a job or not. They want to be the people that lord over you. There's always going to be people who want a higher and higher position in society in the social hierarchy, and that they don't care about what your interests are. They only care about what their interests are.
Find rights to be enormously unhelpful. So when you say, is education a right, I don't know what that means other than you're using the word right, which is usually the opposite of helpful. So maybe we can reframe that. Are you saying, is education universally preferable behavior, or is being educated?
Yeah, so to come at it from the other side, would you say a school is in its power to say to a certain child, I don't want to educate you, therefore you're on your own, or find a different school? Because at the moment, the government is saying that certain schools, public schools, not private schools, need to educate certain people and keep them in classrooms.
Yep.
So they're the ones saying education is a human right, but I'm of the position that, currently anyway, that it's not necessarily the school's prerogative to educate the student if they're sufficiently undesirable.
See, again, you're back. I know you're describing.
Why can't he answer the fucking question?
I know, how much semantic tap dancing are you going to do?
I'm surprised he has so many fucking fans.
I don't get it.
They call him and
either.
try to get a fucking simple question answered.
It's like, first we must sit here and redefine 50 terms and play these like fucking semantics games all night long. Like, anyone who can't have a simple, like, if you can't answer this question in a minute, you're a fucking moron. You either fucking, it's a yes or no question ultimately. I mean, a little bit of elaboration is fine, but to just sit there and yammer on and on about your definition of rights and this and that, and you're going to change this term and we're going to challenge this assumption and this underpinning fucking whatever. Just shut the fuck up. Answer the goddamn question, you fucking idiot.
Okay, so I'm skipping ahead like 15 minutes here.
Let's see if we could find a goddamn point in this nonsense.
15 minutes.
Reality vanishes from their minds, vanishes from their conversation, and is replaced by a sentimental, treacly, Hallmark card bullshit version of the exact opposite.
Okay. I don't know what he's talking about at this point, but...
And you can't solve that.
Right.
I mean, you can keep your kids away from government schools. Of course you would. I mean, I think you should.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But you can keep them away. I mean, you still got to pay the bastards anyway. But
keep your kids away from the government.
Doesn't mean that your kid's got to become a hitman.
The government wants to fuck your children in the ass.
You know how many people wouldn't get to go to school if there weren't government schools?
That's true. Then again,
I mean,
it depends on whether or not you look at going to school as a privilege or not.
Or a right.
I would say I don't look at, it may be a right, but it's not a privilege for me. It wasn't a privilege for me, I should say.
Well, of course,
schools suck dick.
Of course, and
I'm glad. I guess I'm thankful for them teaching me how to like read and write and shit. But I wish they would have left me alone after that.
Everybody's school experience is different.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but I mean, like, yeah, you're right. A lot of people who don't like, unless you come from a family that has means, without some form. I mean, like, even if the government schools are not always the greatest, and in some areas they really aren't, even if they're not the greatest, it's better than fucking nothing.
Well, yeah. Could you imagine if you had to pay for school, any level of school? Can you imagine how many illiterate people we'd probably have eventually?
I mean, isn't America stupid enough as it is?
Right.
Aren't we stupid enough without just saying, like, education should be optional?
When I lived in New Mexico, which is one of the 50 states, I would talk to people.
I thought it was its own country, Ben.
Yeah. They either thought it was part of Mexico or it was its own country.
That's how stupid we are with education. That's how stupid we are with education. Think about how dumb we'd be if we literally didn't know anything. Maybe not literally not anything, but if we didn't know very much at all, or even less than we do now. Fuck TJ, fuck TJ, fuck TJ. Someone wants to fuck me really bad.
Is that in the chat room?
Yep. Someone's like, fuck TJ, fuck TJ, fuck TJ, fuck TJ, fuck TJ, fuck TJ.
They get really excited when you pay attention to the chat room.
They do. They're like, oh my god, he's paying attention to me. I love you, TJ. I love you. Suck your fucking dick, TJ. Suck it, suck it, suck it.
I told someone earlier I'd sodomize them with my big toe.
That's good.
Yeah, I got a really positive response from it, so.
Ben's toe all up in you.
I won't clip my toenail for like a month before we do it, too.
I want TJ. Fuck TJ, fuck TJ, fuck TJ.
Duck TJ.
Everyone loves me.
Yeah, see, now, because of the delay, now they know
Fuck CJ.
that we're looking at the chat.
Anyway, that's enough of this Stefan Molyneux shit.
You like him?
Nope.
Oh, I found this older video of Wild Bill where he tries to play the part of a liberal.
That should be amusing. Wild Bill pretending to be liberal.
For some reason.
People say you should not be critical of others unless you've tried to see things from their perspective. So today, I'm going to try to
That's
see
a liberal
things
hat.
from the liberal point of view.
So that's his liberal costume. He looks so liberal now. Where the fuck is Ben going? He's leave me alone. Don't know what to do. Don't know what to do.
Our president is so focused that when the poor...
I like how when he's a liberal, he immediately starts, like, crying. Just like, because you liberals are always, like, you know, really emotional, like a bunch of pussies. I think our president is... I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of fair, because if I was doing an impression of a conservative, I would start by crying. Be like, our president is a communist. I hate him. He's a Kenyan. And his birth certificate is fake. And he's trying to destroy America. I hate him. It's not because he's black, though. It's not because he's black. I'm not racist. I don't want to live around black people. I don't want to see black people. And if black people are killed by the police, even if there's no justification, I'm okay with it. But I'm not racist. I'm not racist.
Misunderstood Muslims were killing Americans in Benghazi. The president went to bed so he would be well rested for the big fundraising event the next day. After all, what does it matter?
That's us. He's got us down, dude. He's got the liberal mindset figured out. Wild Bill.
I hate having a small bladder.
Your bladder sucks.
I know it does.
Your bladder's a fucking wuss.
It's the worst on road trips.
Ben's bladder is the size of a thimble.
It is.
If he even tastes a drink, little drop of something.
Hey, who's that guy on the screen there? He looks really liberal.
Some kind of liberal, I think.
Oh, shit.
That's a liberal.
I can tell.
You can tell he's liberal because liberals often look as he does now.
He looks like someone that would drive a Prius. Probably someone that voted for Gore and then Kerry.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then he,
you can tell.
He supported Dennis Kucinich.
Yeah, but then when he didn't get the nomination, he was like, oh, well.
Fuck.
That's a liberal, dude.
People love my bladder. I'm getting a lot of bladder comments in the chat room. You're welcome. You're welcome.
They want to fry your bladder up and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Fried Ben bladder.
It'd probably work better as food than it does as a bladder.
That's good.
That's for sure.
Let's hear some more of what Wild Bill the liberal has to say.
We must eliminate guns in America. That way criminals will no longer feel threatened and they will stop committing crimes, especially after we start.
You know, it's funny. I know he's like putting on a show, but this is the most passionate he's ever been in any of his videos.
He's more passionate as a liberal.
Yeah.
the criminal welfare system, where the criminals will get a government check for the amount they used to get from crime. Doesn't it do your heart good to help humanity?
Yep.
Businesses that are successful only succeeded because they somehow took food out of the mouths of starving people in Africa. Nobody knows how, but what other explanation can there be? And that is why we are expanding the American welfare system.
Yeah. So this is pretty accurate so far. He's got us, dude, dead to rights.
This sounds just like the conversations we have, like over the summer when we're barbecuing in your backyard.
Yeah, it's like,
and we're like, oh my God.
You know what we got to do, Ben? We just got to give the criminals money so they stop robbing. And you're like, hell yeah, TJ.
I agree with you, TJ.
I agree. You know, the only reason any business around here is successful is because they're stealing money from Africans. That's right, TJ. You're correct again. That's us. Spot on, sir.
To cover all the poor people of the world. And yes, that is actually in the works. We must eliminate the death penalty because it's cruel and inhumane. Unless it's directed at an unborn child. That's different.
Wah, wah, wah.
If it hasn't been born yet, it's not a child.
You're not a person till you're in my phone book. That's a Bill Hicks quote.
And we don't talk about that. Oh, anytime a Christian expresses an opinion or quotes from that book, he's shoving religion down our throats and trampling on our freedoms.
You know, I don't think so, honestly, as long as, like, the president isn't, like, leading... Well, I guess they do still have prayers, like, in the halls of Congress and shit like that.
I kind of consider...
And we don't even complain about that. How often do you hear us complain about that?
We've never complained about it. I don't even care. Like, to me, it's just like, if I hear someone talk about the Bible, I think it's bullshit, so I just view it as like, oh, well, let's have a discourse with this person, and I'll go and say, like, you know, I think that what you're saying is a bunch of bullshit, and, you know, I'm not sitting there like, I advocate that this must stop. Like, I hope it stops because they realize that it's bullshit and stop doing it on their own. I'm not advocating that someone do something to stop them from being religious.
Of course, it's different when we ram our opinions down the throats of school children. When we stomp on people's freedom, it's for their own good. Richard Nixon was a criminal because he might have known about the Watergate break-in.
No, he knew about it.
He knew about
There were recordings of him talking about it.
Yeah, he knew. That's not some ambiguous, like, maybe he did, maybe he did, maybe
It's fucking crazy. Like, out of all the presidents, he's the one president you can go out there and listen to secret recordings of his phone calls and shit. You know, because the CIA was actually investigating the president at the time. I wonder how often that happens now and we just don't hear...
Every day, Ben.
The bugged phone calls. I wonder if, like, every fucking phone call in the White House is recorded somewhere.
No one can record our president.
Nope.
Obama
But
speaks in
Obama's not a criminal
subsonic
because
languages.
if he supplied guns to the drug cartels to kill cops, there must have been a good reason. And if you doubt that, you're a racist.
Yep.
Just because a person has died is no reason to take away their right to vote. We liberals are proud to fight.
Oh wow!
Hold on, what? How about just because a person has to work on Tuesday from the hours of 8 a.m. until 7 p.m., why not deny their right to vote?
Yeah. What about, like, when it comes to who's really fucking with elections? I mean, like, the party that does all the gerrymandering is the Republicans.
Yeah,
the party that does all the voter suppression is Republicans. The party that, like, actually will send out false election dates to minority voters in order to confuse them so they don't know what day the polls are actually open is Republicans.
Right. And
yet they're going to act like, oh, it's the liberals that are always messing with elections to win.
They try to eliminate early voting. Early voting, state to state, is totally different. And some states don't even have early voting. And every time we have an election day in the United States, it falls on a Tuesday from the early morning until the early evening. You know? So if you have something else going on during that time, you don't get to vote in certain states. And there's very few states that have early voting, but the ones that do, usually Republicans are trying to get rid of the early voting.
Fucking Republicans.
discrimination against the dead by casting their votes for them. After all, they can't walk. Oh, man. I cannot do this. Ugh.
You're right, you can't.
Take that,
Okay,
John Lennon.
you know, it's funny. It's like now when he's pretending to be himself, he seems like he's acting more at this point. Man, I cannot do this.
You know what's funny is, like, in order to make fun of liberals, he has to literally make shit up. But if I want to make fun of conservatives, I can say things they've actually said, like Obama is a Kenyan, Obama is a socialist, Obama's birth certificate is fake.
Obama's second birth certificate is fake.
Yeah. Fucking pregnant, you know, women have a way to shut down pregnancy in the case of legitimate rape. You know, shit like that. They've all actually, I mean, they've actually said that shit. I've even heard right-wing conservative radio hosts get on the air and say that Obama fucking is planning to let Ebola sweep through the nation to weaken us, or there's going to be, you know, white death camps. These are all things they've actually said. So you almost can't exaggerate their stupidity, but the only way he can make liberals look foolish is to get on here and literally make shit up and exaggerate positions and distort them. And that's, I mean, of course, that's what parody is, but it's actually impossible to parody conservatives because they're so fucking stupid you can't even exaggerate the crazy shit they say.
The best parody of you ever was Jesus Freak.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm TJ, the amazing atheist.
It was a brilliant one. So spot on.
It's no wonder psychiatrists consider liberals to be mentally ill. I think
Hold on. What?
Yeah.
You got a bad case of liberalism. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
It's even in the DSM, dude. Liberalism. A mental disorder.
That was one of Michael Savage's books, Liberalism as a Mental Disorder.
Yeah, I think Michael Savage is a mental disorder in and of himself.
It's weird because his real name is Michael Weiner, which I guess I'm not surprised. You know why he changed his name.
Interesting fact about Michael Savage: he wrote a fictional a novel basically, where the main character is like somewhat based on himself.
Well, no, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
But the character in the novel, all throughout like his 20s and stuff, deals with these homosexual urges that he has to turn to God to overcome. So
the one thing I know about Michael Savage is he has a PhD in natural medicine. So a lot of his early books were like different herbs you can take to overcome cocaine addiction, or like yeah. So he was a very new age kind of guy. I don't know.
But I guess that didn't work for him as much as the hate-filled rants.
Neither did the last name Weiner.
Weiner. Ben, don't you wish your last name was Weiner?
I thought it was pretty funny, like the one guy, I think he was a congressman, his last name was Weiner, and he got in trouble for showing his wiener.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah. Oh, look, this guy made like a 10-part video series about how to speak in tongues. And I found number 9 pretty interesting.
Okay.
How to speak in tongues. It has nothing to do with just making bullshit noises, by the way.
No, it's all about channeling the Holy Spirit or whatever.
God bless you. God's love to you. I hope you're blessed today through Jesus Christ.
I hope you're blessed today through Jesus Christ. Today, I'm going to whisper everything. Whisper talk, whisper talk.
He's like crazy Bob Ross.
Yep.
Basically. Today, I'm going to make a happy tree.
For it. And he's going to give it to us if it be his will. And I'm going to show you a method.
If it be your will.
Okay, let's take a look at Acts. The book of Acts gives a very important clue here on how to receive this gift from God.
Mm-hmm.
This is the outpouring of the Holy Spirit on the apostles on the day of Pentecost. Acts chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all of one accord in one. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind. And it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire. and it sat upon each of them. Verse 4. And they were all filled with the Holy Ghost, and began to speak with other tongues, as the Spirit gave them the utterance. Bless God, thank you for His word.
Hey.
Holy shit, it
worked! Cloud disappear. Cloud disappear.
Cloud disappear. Cloud disappear. Cloud disappear. 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 Cloud 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 disappear.
Cleo disappear.
Cloud.
Thank you for your word. See, so they began to speak in other tongues on the day of Pentecost, the apostles, as the Spirit came upon them. And it says, as the Spirit
Bukaki. The Spirit came upon them.
See, so words that the Spirit
I'm funny.
Why would you still hold on to those hairs?
I know.
At that point,
yeah, it's just like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like the comb over. You're past.
There's not much left.
You're past that stage, man. You're past that stage. But he's a Christian, so he's not.
At this
vain.
point,
He's
I would
humble.
either go for like the Picard,
yeah,
or I would just
shave it all.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, take a look at John 20, verse 19. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, book in the New Testament, blessed book.
Oh my God.
So he's like, you can speak in tongues, just listen to this Bible shit. And then later on, flail around and make weird noises.
Does he do it in this video?
I can't remember. It's been a while. By the way, I'm going to say again really quick before we go any further. We have 3,281 people watching. Please hit the like button, everyone. Feel free to go to our new channel and subscribe. We're going to start launching videos on the new channel pretty soon. It's in the description down there.
Yeah, please subscribe to our new channel.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been up for a week, and we already have over 15,000 subscribers.
We need subs for the new DP channel, so we don't have to put it on the Amazing Atheist channel anymore.
Yes.
La, la, la.
As soon as we get on a network,
it's all good. It's all good, and we should be getting on iTunes and shit pretty soon here
yes.
too.
So
all of our fans that have asked us about the iTunes thing about 12 million times, we're working on that. Going to be happening real soon.
Yes.
And also, we ask that you support our Patreon by going to patreon.com/DP. Check out the perks available there.
Yes, and to all of you who were patrons from last month, we're working to get everything figured out. And all of our patrons that did donate last month, $5 or more, got to enjoy the exclusive show.
The exclusive show this Saturday, or last Saturday.
We responded to Ryan Wiley. We did some other things that I'm sure people
Scotty was actually here.
Yes. Scotty and their brother Stevie was here too.
Oh yeah, and we accosted Stevie about some of the stories we've told here on the Drunken Peasants, like the donut story, and what other stories
about his fake girlfriend?
Oh yeah, we reveal we got him to fess up to fucking making up his girlfriend, all kinds of other shit.
I really like that idea that we came up with where we train Stevie to eat the Terminator. And then he goes and tries to eat the Terminator. I think that will be priceless video footage.
Oh, yeah. We got to do that before he leaves.
Yeah, I agree. So.
Got to do that before Stevie leaves.
Got to do it, Stevie. Stevie, you got a fake girlfriend. Don't fret.
My girlfriend lives far away.
She lives far away, guys. Too bad you can't meet her. Huh?
Oh, she's so far, but, I love her. Or
whatever.
This video is boring. Let's watch something else.
Clea disappeared. This video is really long,
but we'll watch some.
How about we just move on to the next one if we need?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can go back to it if we need to.
Yeah. So in this clip from I I think it's the 700 Club.
Oh, God.
They're fake like Christian news network
Right,
shit.
with Pat Robertson and shit.
Yeah, they compare Sweden to North Korea.
Yes.
Yeah, because, two sides of the same coin.
They're
Sweden and North Korea. Totalitarian.
I often get those countries confused because they're so similar.
Welcome to Utopia, also known as Sweden. Sweden has been a laboratory of social experiments. Swedish leaders believe they're building the perfect society. And Sweden has been compared to a couple of nations which also try.
Do they really believe perfect? I don't know if I've ever heard that.
Sweden and North Korea, they are one.
Tried to build perfect societies. North Korea and the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
You don't like how Utopia
That's
is
how
being built
Sweden
here.
is.
You won't be shot like in North Korea, but your life could become very unpleasant very quickly.
Yep.
We talked to several journalists who described a Stalinist-style atmosphere in Sweden, in which citizens are now afraid of saying anything that might get them labeled in the media as racist. Sweden is not going to become a third world nation tomorrow, but according to one report, one day it will.
Yep. One day, guys. Not tomorrow, but one day. Sweden will be a third world country.
We had a perfectly good country, a rich country, a nice country, and in a few years' time, that country will be gone.
So I'm guessing this is some sort of conservative bitch in Sweden.
Yep.
Is what
They're
it seems
trying
like.
to destroy our values.
Dale Hurt, CBN News, reporting from Sweden and Denmark.
CBN News.
They didn't even say who she was. Just some random blonde lady.
Was that everything?
Well, Pat Robertson's about to talk.
But at least the prepared clip was literally nothing. There was no information
and
at
the
all.
woman, they didn't say who the woman was. Random blonde lady. It's like, well, in Sweden, quite a few blonde ladies there. So who the fuck was that woman? Why does her opinion matter more than anybody else that you could have interviewed?
Hey, I think Pat Robertson, I think that's a mask, dude. Look, you see the line?
Yes. Kind of like Chef Ramsay, who's also Steve Irwin.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
All three of them?
I wouldn't be surprised if this was another one of his incarnations, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I've never seen them both in the same place at the same time.
Have you ever seen Pat Robertson and fucking Chef Ramsay in the same place?
Never.
Same time, having a conversation with each other? I've never seen it. That speaks volumes to me.
So, shocker, you hear here from Dale programs and views that you won't hear anyplace else. He does a terrific job, but that's frightening because Sweden was the haven for people fleeing the Nazis during World War II. And
Sweden used to be
probably not the only haven.
But wait, he said okay. What they said was that people in Sweden are afraid of saying anything lest they be labeled racist. And now he's saying, oh well, they were a haven from the Nazis. It's like, so they were anti-racist, and now they're anti-racist. So what's the big deal here? I mean, there was no substantive information in that report we just watched. It was just like, Sweden's bad. Look, it's like North Korea and shit.
Yeah.
And here's some blonde lady. Sweden sucks now.
Right.
Okay, end of report.
And to all the Swedish people watching this is considered a type of news in America. That's the Christian News Network. No fucking lie.
Yep.
You're being compared to North Korea.
Sweden and North Korea are the same. Hey, look, a big fuck TJ graphic.
I think there was also a who's sexier poll going on.
Really?
I don't know if it was between you and me or what.
Well, that's pointless even having that. The answer is so obvious to everyone.
To who?
Everyone. TJ. 100%. Oh, hold on. Are you trying to get it? Let's take a look at what this poll is. Sweden is a fascist state. Oh, it's between the three of us. And I am winning.
Yeah, TJ is winning.
Yep. I'm the best.
It's pretty close.
No.
Fuck
it's
it.
Way it's way closer than it should be. That's for
I'll
sure.
put it in the description.
We're gonna put the who's the sexiest poll in there. Yep. Well, anyone who doesn't vote for me needs their fucking eyes checked. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like,
you'd have to be practically retarded not to realize I am clearly the sexiest. Do. And that's not to say you're not sexy, Ben, but I mean, how can you compete with perfection? How can anyone really?
I don't have the exposure either.
It's almost
I don't have a leaked banana video.
It's almost the curse of being as. It's a curse to be as beautiful as I am.
The poll is now in the description.
Yeah, let's fucking see this poll.
Yeah, let's.
There's the poll.
Yep.
People are voting.
Here we go.
Vote for me. I'm the sexiest. Don't let anyone else win.
Yeah, vote for TJ.
Hey, now Scotty's even beating you. Oh, no, never mind. TJ
This is your channel,
is
TJ.
the sexiest of all. But do you recall the sexiest drunken peasant of all?
All right.
We'll revisit that in a moment.
Yeah. The next are the news segments. Do you want to take a break before we do that? And we can do that. And
sure.
All right. So we're going to take a
We're
break.
going to take a break.
Vote
Use
on
this
the poll.
opportunity to vote for who is the sexiest drunken peasant.
Yeah.
Really, there should have been like a none of the above. They're all ugly fucks option.
Yeah.
But there's not. So you had to vote for which one of us is the sexiest.
Yep. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Don't leave.
Yes, don't leave. We come back.
Yeah, we swear.
You guys have the shortest fucking attention spans
We swear
ever.
we'll be back. I promise every one of you that we will return.
And hit the like button.
Hit like. You like this. We tell you what you like. You don't decide. Thumbs up right now.
Downtown, hobo on the ground, says he got a probe. No, I got my chode, but no, that's sick. If I want a dick, I can get a dick. And I like the metal cig with a little drip drip without the knob on the top and all the stickiness. And I know the satisfaction of a man, don't get me wrong. Wires the eyes and baby doesn't turn me on. Like when a man tries to beat me, take off my hobo clothes and then he tries to feed me. Cracking them out, put in the mouth, suck those out, make scream out. Then I'll be the hobo unit friends. Talk about standing in the street, getting bent over a vent. Looking forward to the probing experience. Get the move, dude, use it for the back in action. Stick it in and watch the hobo's ass contraction. Hobo, 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 hobo. Anal, 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 probing. Probing, 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 probing. Hobo, anal, probing. Chillin' at home, watching the tube, sorting a boner for the killing of the hobos in the vicinity of the phone. Feeling good, looking out the window. Looking down the alley for a dirty old hobo. Yeah, I like the anal probing, shoving like the dirty dozen. Says the ladies in the dress, babies, mama's dad's cuz make me feel like a hobo. Tie me down for anal probing, tossing over with blood running out. May I think it's funny? Take a look, you fucking bust you in the nuts like you're my lover. Fucking dirty hobo dick, it's saucy like the sucker drip. Think twice about your trip, the hobo probing confidence. Building up the mean or something lonely, but you're fucking hobo, 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 anal, 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 anal. Robin, 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 hobo, anal, probing. Fuck that, I ain't no tool, bitch. I'm a hobo with two motherfucking fists. And feel that rim shot, big cock in your mouth, fuck, thinking master the anal probe. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Hobo, 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 hobo. Anal, 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 anal. Robin, 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 Robin. Hobo, anal, Robin. Tell me how to eat it right. How to save the flavor. All night with my peaches and cream on my body. I dream of you, girl. Tell me how to treat it right. I lick your pussy all night, and I am policing dreams with my face in your cream, with details to come. And I believe, when your pussy, and I will eat, your pussy clean. Tell me that you'll be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you'll lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Tell me how to stick it right. How to poke you in the funky and feel tight. With my dick clean from your mouth servicing. Let's go, girl. And I believe, when your pussy, and I will scream, when your pussy. Tell me that you'll be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you'll lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. You know I'll wait for you to break your dawn. You know I'll wait by your window till the moon is undone. You know I'll wait by your back door down the street and till you come outside and see me while kids are making playing in the sun. Well, I got my rights, I pay my bills, I got my know-how. When I never like to get my hands dirty, I got it all figured out. When I never play out the game with a chick, got you a true change that bring me neither rich fucking no fame. Because I just want me a motherfucker, yeah. Singing I just want me a motherfucker, yeah. Going to parties all night. The gates of our room fight. Saying I just want me a motherfucker, yeah. Singing I just want me a motherfucker, yeah. comment. I reached and grabbed her tits. She said, do me, baby, oh baby, do me, baby, ooh. Then she said, let me tie you to the bed. When I agreed happily, I was getting a piece. And when she was done, she pulled out her penis. When I started to scream, like she beat on me. On my chest and rub my dick with it. She said, bitch, you better watch his eyes, suck your cock clean. And with utter disgust, I was hard as fuck as she gobbled my novel with the shit still clinging to her chin as she started to begin. Eat my shit off my dick! And she started to moan like she was getting boned. She was a man, just a sitting in bed. I thought she could help me, set some of my demons free, until she made my ass bleed all night long. So I pissed on her face, just to mark my place, and she giggled and laughed like she was all horny. Cocaine like a whore. She smoked a little bit and lit it, smoked up all her shit. Now she can't even stand on her feet again. Dada beat her, mama fucked her for all she was worth. Now she can't even give birth to the child she wanted with the boy she adored. Because she's called the whore, she's called the whore. Now just see what she started. Joey always said she was a little thick in the hips, and she'd get wasted and try to have some kiss, and she'd fuck and she'd fuck. She'd fuck and 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 she'd fuck. When she sat there crying, with her mother stood laughing, her dad held the coat hanger with it twisted inside her. The penis fell to the floor when he said, let's fuck some more. She fuck, 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 she fuck. And she said, don't speak to me. And she took off her shorts to clean up the blood on the floor. She soaked it up and drank it all like she's a vampire kid, never to be let in the light again. And I get nothing to lose, nothing to fear. You didn't dare, say you come near. So I look up to the sky. My eyes are burned, the legs open wide. The sun is good, bring me inside. Just inside will change my mind. My friends are made of nothing too. So get the fuck up and move. I got no one to blame. Feeling so confused, no one to sing. You're laying there with that look on your face, with my kick in your hand, and you can get it straight. And the tears comes on, like come on. My erection is gone when I see your mom. My friends are made of plastic too. Down to the fuck up and move.
All right.
And the Drunken Peasants are back in commission.
Yes, it looks like you're winning, TJ, by an overwhelming majority.
But of course.
Let's see.
For I am the greatest. Who's the sexiest? TJ is. TJ is. Yes, TJ.
I'll put you on the full screen here.
Oh yeah.
You can address your fans. You know. Here you go.
I don't want to.
No. Go ahead.
Behold the sexiness.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I think everyone can see that they voted correctly.
Let's see.
Fuck it. Yep. Fuck it. That's what they want to do. They want to fuck me because I'm beautiful.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Suck it.
Yep.
Fuck it. Suck it.
Suck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Fuck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I got an article earlier that I thought maybe we could go through.
Let's see.
Because you've done videos about this kind of thing in the past. And it has to do with spoiled American teenagers tweeting on Christmas, basically.
Okay.
Complaining about first world problems, basically.
Okay, so Amanda Caputo, and you can all see her tweet handle there, whatever the fuck it's called, Twitter handle, whatever. Hate how my parents all make us take turns for opening presents because it brings so much pressure on the expression you have to make. Yeah, wow, we've all been there.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, except for like
call children's services.
Except for like the children who are too poor to afford presents. They haven't been there, but all of us fucking privileged, fucking moneyed children have been there. Hate the fact that my parents don't let me pick out my own clothes because I end up pretending to like everything I get. Yeah, that's real.
That's hard.
What a fucking tragedy. Life is hard sometimes.
They probably don't leave the receipt in the box so you can take it back.
Wow.
If you don't like it.
My parents got me 2 dresses that I absolutely hate, but I feel rude, so I pretend I like them. Okay. Well, I guess the important thing is that you pretend. Lol, my parents who don't even like each other got... Wait, I'm sorry, but why is it punctuated like that? Lol, then no punctuation.
Lol.
My parents who don't even like each other... Is this William Shatner's daughter? Got better presents for one another than I did. I hate being grown up. Well, congratulations, because you're fucking not. Fuck Christmas. My mom woke up fucking wilding, and she kidnapped us to some damn family dinner with a family that ain't even ours. Well, he says with a family that's not even his, so I don't know what that means exactly. If she literally was like, we're going to eat dinner with some random family.
It's probably like a step family or something.
Or like a friend's.
Yeah.
Like they went to a friend's house, like one of her mom's, right? You know.
Or maybe mom's boyfriend.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I hate when parents say, I buy your food and put clothes on your back. Like you were the one who chose to have a kid. Shut your fucking mouth. Well,
okay.
They actually were the ones that chose to have a kid. I mean, they could have had an abortion. They could have fucking worn a condom. They could have used birth control. Yeah, fuck Christmas and fuck this family. Y'all can kick rocks, and I swear to God, Mom, don't fucking test me. Well, I don't even know what the situation is.
I don't know. Maybe he's
I mean, like
justified.
maybe there's some legitimately fucked up shit happening.
And the fuck Christmas hashtag, I do kind of like that.
Yeah, fuck Christmas.
Yeah, so what can I say?
I didn't get a Paul's Boutique jacket. Worst Christmas ever. I hate my parents.
Wow.
So if you're that girl's parents, just do the world a favor and throw her off a cliff. I hate when my parents give me clothes. Like, just give me the money to go get the clothes instead. Yeah, well, it's hard to even like know what to say to some of these people, because it's like if you don't look at that after you typed it out and say, "Holy shit, I'm a piece of shit as a human being."
How about maybe I should actually say this to their faces? Maybe not in the same way, but be like, hey, you know, maybe you can just give me like a gift card to the store that I buy my clothes from.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think you guys like really understand my taste or something.
Yeah,
or,
and I can save a lot of trouble if you just like go and buy a gift card and give me a gift card and I'll use it there for myself. That way you don't have to buy something and then I have to return it and then buy something
But instead it's
new.
like, fuck you, Mom and Dad. I'm going to tell Twitter about how shitty you are because you didn't buy me what I wanted. When I was younger, every year I'd ask for an iPod, and every year I'd get a different MP3 player. Yo, I used to hate my parents for that shit. Well, at least she seems to, like, she says she used to hate her parents for that shit. So, like, maybe she realizes that was immature and has moved on.
Yeah, and for the record, TJ and I have no interest in ever really being parents. I'm pretty sure.
I thought we decided last night.
Oh, you mean together?
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
shit.
I mean, I thought we decided last night we were gonna
Who's gonna take
have a son and a daughter and name them Mortimer and Gratilda.
Who's gonna take the turkey baster?
I don't know. We'll figure that out. That's one of the bridges we have to cross. What the fuck, a 5C? What are we, poor cavemen? I hate my parents. Yeah, your parents are real pieces of shit for buying you that last model cell phone instead of the most recent model cell phone. You poor unfortunate son of a bitch. You know, I think we need to get the UN Human Rights Council on this one. Worst part about divorced parents on Christmas is lugging all your presents back to the house you live at.
Oh, that's the worst part. Lugging all the presents you got.
The fact that our family was split asunder, that really pales in comparison to the fact that I have to take these gifts that I got from one house to another. So, like, how do you not want this person to be bludgeoned to death with an iron? That's what I want to know. Like, I don't want to feel that way about them, but I do, and I want to know how anyone else feels any differently. Like, when you hear that, how do you not just be like, this person deserves to die? Worst Christmas gifts. I think you need to scroll it up a little. Worst Christmas gifts.
Oh, sorry.
Worst Christmas gifts ever, already returning 2 things and got a ton of crap gifts. Yeah, it sucks how the free stuff you got wasn't exactly the free stuff you wanted. What a fucking tragedy, you piece of shit.
It's funny because me and TJ didn't even discuss this segment.
No.
Like, I was not like, TJ, this is what we're going to do. I just kind of like now put these in front of him. But I knew.
You knew it was gold.
Yeah, I knew.
This has got to be the worst Christmas ever. Fuck family. They always think they're better than everyone with their bitch-ass attitudes. I mean, once again, I don't know what the fuck happened here.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe there is a legitimate grievance.
Yeah, maybe there's some people who are not quite balanced in their family.
Right. Maybe their fucking parents or someone else in their family are being total fucking dicks.
So that kind of stuff, I don't have a problem with. It's the shit where it's like, oh, I got all these presents and I gotta move them somewhere.
Oh my god, I have to carry them to the car and then sit with them in the car and then go to another place and then take them back out of the car. Fuck.
I think the one was like, I got a kid. I remember the one in the video you made. The one that you saw the most was like, I got a Kindle, but I wanted an iPad. Fuck you, Mom.
Yep.
Like that kind of shit.
I fucking hate Christmas. My parents are arguing. My brother just left, and my mom is being a fucking bitch-ass cunt. Merry fucking Christmas. Once again, I mean, that could be legitimate. You know? I mean, if her parents are, like, screaming at each other, and her brother fucking ran out because he couldn't handle it, and her mom is being a bitch, I mean, I can understand being, like, frustrated, so... My mom got a fucking diamond ring and Toffany's necklace from her BF, and her bitch ass got me nothing for Christmas. I hope she fucking drowns. Well, maybe she will.
Bitter party of one.
Bro, I'll slap TF out of my little sister low-key thinking about taking her Christmas present back. That little bitch got a badass attitude problem. Well, you take that gift on back. Be like, give me that shit.
Okay.
So, yeah. Some of those weren't so bad.
Yeah.
But, yeah, quite a few of them were pretty reprehensible.
Back to the poll. TJ. Overwhelming majority.
46%. Scotty and Ben combined barely beat me.
I think it was the video where you pour the hot shit all over your genitals.
Oh, yeah, that gets them. That gets them every time, Ben. That gets them every fucking time. Because I'm willing to go the extra mile for my fans.
You are.
The extra mile, Ben. You know, that's why you'll never be as YouTube famous as me. Because you won't go the extra fucking mile, dude. Gotta go the extra mile, Ben. Gotta go fucking... You know, I can help you script some shit, you know. Pour hot sauce down your urethra or something. Put a little funnel in there.
A little funnel?
Yeah, a little funnel that you stick in your cock.
A urethra catheter
and then,
of some sort?
Then you pour hot sauce in there. Like some. It doesn't have to be super hot sauce. It could just be like chorizo or something, you know.
Chorizo is tasty.
Yeah. So what's next on the agenda?
This is a news story about a couple who got convicted of marijuana possession. So the courts took their child away from them and put the child into foster care. Mm-hmm. And under that foster care, the foster mother of that child beat her to death and killed her.
Yep. All right, well, let's see that.
Yeah.
A father is telling his story to KXAN after his 2-year-old daughter died from injuries she sustained while in foster care. 2-year-old Alexandria Hill was pronounced dead on Wednesday, 2 days after.
Thank God she wasn't with those pot smokers.
Good job.
Thank God the government protected her from those pot smoking parents and gave her to a total stranger to beat her to death. Marijuana truly is the devil's fucking weed, man.
A home in Rockdale. Police say when they arrived, the girl had severe head injuries and she wasn't
honestly,
breathing.
Ben. Honestly, this girl. I mean, it's harsh to say, but she's better off dead than with 2 pot smoking parents. I mean, you know, we have to admit that because they would have. I mean, like maybe she would have stayed alive with them, but they would have probably sent her to a liberal school. So. That's one less Democratic vote to worry about down the line. So the system works, Ben. The drug war works.
Cheryl Small, this woman, Hill's foster mother, was arrested and charged with murder. Police
wow.
say Small.
Yeah,
like, she literally looks like a human mugshot. Let's take this child away from her loving and caring family and place her in the fucking arms of this obviously mentally deranged woman.
Nurse Cratchit.
Like, you just take one look at her and, like, that's the kind of woman that beats a child to death. It's exactly what you think if you
ground.
thought of that.
Hill's father, who had not had custody of his daughter since late November, had this reaction.
I was blown away to find out she was laying in a coma. That's not what you expect, especially.
Why did you interview him in a construction zone or something?
It looks like they're in an apartment complex.
It sounds like someone's using a jackhammer in the
Yeah,
not too
yeah.
distant background.
Yeah, it couldn't like the crew. It's probably just a camera guy and a sound guy.
Like bring him inside or something.
Yeah.
In state custody for
It was like a guy with a jackhammer there.
safety, and now they're suffering more injuries and more heartache than they ever have any time in their life before that.
Well, bail for Cheryl Small is set at $100,000.
Well, I hope someone bails her out.
Right.
Because she deserves to be free. All she did was beat a child to
It's
death.
funny,
Come on.
it's funny how there's still a price that the government will be willing to accept, to let somebody out, even if they're, convicted of a brutal crime.
You beat a child
like
to death?
that.
All right, well, give us 100,000.
100,000.
100,000. We'll let you have some time out in the world.
A 2-year-old girl in what police describe as a horrific case of child abuse. I'm Tyler C. Swarta.
And I'm Terry Gruca. The
So
19th
horrific
Chris
that she
spoke
can get out of
tonight with the
jail
victim's
for
father.
$100,000.
Chris, it's her foster mother facing charges.
That's right, Terry, and we do want to give fair warning. Some of the images in this story may be difficult to see.
This chick is destined for a future at Fox News.
Yep. Yeah, she fits all of it. She's not wearing pants, though, is she?
Well, if she is, they'll fix that.
Yeah. The blonde chicks at Fox News cannot wear pants.
Women wearing pants is evil.
Yes.
Hardcore anal. Team Ben Senpai. The chat room is going batshit, Ben. The chat room is going batshit. They're going chat shit.
Chat shit.
Chat
A
shit in
woman
the shit
trusted
chat.
with taking care of a 2-year-old is charged with murder tonight after that child was rushed to a hospital in a helicopter on Monday and taken off life support late last night. This evening, I spoke with the child's...
So it was that bad. It was like they took her on a helicopter to the fucking emergency room, put her on life support, and then she died.
Let's just remember that this child was taken away from her parents.
Ooh, dope addicts.
Because they were smoking a plant that everyone is scared of.
father about his last moments with his little girl.
I like how this story's been going on for a few minutes now, and they still haven't brought up why the kid was taken away from their parents. Have you noticed that?
That's interesting.
He never thought his visit with her Thursday would be his last.
We got to sit down at McDonald's and have lunch and play for a while. And she got a little Despicable Me 2 toy in her Happy Meal, and she loved it. And she kept climbing up in my lap, and she fed me for...
Clearly a criminal, this guy.
This guy's a bad person.
Yes. Horrible.
I hate this guy.
Horrible human being.
This guy's a piece of shit, dude.
French fries, and it's a lot of fun.
On Monday night, Joshua Hill's
Good
daughter,
thing the government
Alexandria,
saved
or
that little girl from that evil son of a bitch.
Alex, as they like to call her, was rushed to a hospital with severe head injuries and immediately placed on life support.
I can't even describe it.
Alex was living with foster parents after CPS removed her from her parents' home last November for neglectful supervision. Hill admits they were smoking pot when their daughter was asleep.
Yep.
I don't know, like, I haven't seen any official documents about, what had happened here. But if that's the truth of the story, I don't know. I think it just kind of speaks for itself at that point.
Their daughter fell asleep and they decided to smoke pot or pan. And then the government took her away. So they should have just gotten drunk. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're way more under control when you're drunk, right?
Right. If they would have just waited till she fell asleep and then just drank like fish, they probably would still have her and she'd probably still be alive. But
I never made one bad decision while drunk.
Me neither.
I made all the bad decisions.
No one's ever... all of the worst decisions in my life have been made high. No bad decisions while drunk. While I'm drunk, I have total clarity of
Yeah,
mind.
total control.
Someone tried to do a fuck TJ, but it didn't work. They fucked it up.
There's never been a time where I was drunk where I didn't remember anything I did.
Fuck TJ.
Fuck T. Well, maybe they literally want to fuck you. You know, you are winning the poll.
Fuck TJ.
They probably want to fuck you.
Fuck him.
You've got 258 people that want to fuck you, TJ. Let's like arrange this.
Yeah.
You know,
the world's largest gangbang.
Yeah.
All fat neckbeard dudes. Worst porno ever / best.
/ best.
Worst / best.
What if they're not all fat neckbeards?
Well, then it's just not as good. They have to be, Ben. They have to be.
Do you want to move on?
Sure.
All right. Here's Rudy Giuliani.
Oh.
Yeah. Why? The only reason people give a shit about what Rudy Giuliani says is because he happened to be the mayor of New York when 9/11 happened. I mean,
to me, that would be a detracting point, you know?
It's not. I mean, he used that to actually be a viable presidential candidate.
Despite looking like Nosferatu.
Yeah, and talking with a lisp.
Well, let's take a look. What's he got to say these days?
We're back this morning by former mayor of New York City, Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, welcome
it's Fox
back
and
on the
Friends.
show.
Yuck.
You were talking about that very issue that those leaders you just heard in that soundbite address. You're saying that's the 1%. They should be addressing the 99% of the violence that's happening in this country. Are they missing an opportunity?
Yeah.
Oh, tremendous! It's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. I mean, that is exactly the kind of misinformation, the kind of lying that creates this atmosphere of anti-police hatred. And make no mistake about it, it's hatred. If you hear what those people were saying at those rallies, kill the police, destroy the police, there was a lot more
violence. Sounds like a good rally to me. Kill the police. Destroy the police.
Well, I think
kill the police.
Destroy the police. I think they're going to talk about Obama being anti-police.
Yeah.
You know, it has nothing to do with being against police, you know, unnecessarily killing black men, which he happens to be one.
Ben. That never happens.
I mean, Ben, even though Obama,
Ben, the cops are good. Cops
Obama's like the one black guy in America right now that doesn't have to worry about like the police just rolling up on him, you know.
Everything Obama has ever publicly said about the police has been pretty like middling or in their favor. So I don't know where they get this like the fucking Obama hates the police. I wish Obama hated the police.
Right.
I'd like Obama more if he hated the fucking police. You know, if Obama hated the police, I'd be the first person coming up here to say, like, we got a good president, folks. He hates the police.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, I can't say that.
Remember when he had, like, the police over to drink beer with the guy that he was fucking with at the beginning of his presidency?
Yeah. The police.
Yep.
At the rallies in New York than was ever reported by any of the stations. Fox covered it. Most others didn't. Police officers punched. Police officers spat on. A police officer almost hit with an axe.
What do we
there was a tremendous amount of violence, not just a little bit.
Cops. When do we want
what you
now?
saw in New York City over the last couple of weeks would never, ever have happened while I was mayor of New York City.
I would have put a stop to their freedom of speech.
It's easy to say that you would have done something.
Yeah, it's like, if I was in charge, these protesters, I'd have stopped them from expressing themselves somehow.
That would never happen.
It would never happen if I was still in charge.
Never. So would not have been allowed to control the bridge.
Just like you stopped 9/11, right?
The public bridge.
Oh wait, you didn't, because you suck.
I don't know if New York City officials realize if you close down streets in New York City, you'll kill people. We need 2-3 minutes.
I honestly don't know if he would have had the ability to stop 9/11 anyway.
Oh, he would have.
But
he totally did, dude. I'm just saying, like, but he's attributing these superhuman powers to himself. Like, I would have stopped all this from happening. It's like, no, like, you in a town the size of New York, no one can control everything that happens. And what fucking constitutional basis would you have for stopping people from expressing themselves?
I mean, the city.
They have the right to fucking assemble.
The city of New York
petition the
itself.
government for a redress of grievances. That's a fucking constitutional right.
The city itself is bigger.
Oh wait,
than
I'm
a
sorry,
lot
I
of
forgot.
countries
Stefan
out there.
Molyneux. Those don't exist.
What?
Oh, I was saying it's their constitutional right to protest, but then I realized that according to Stefan Molyneux, that doesn't exist. So I'm wrong. Sorry,
are
everybody.
wrong.
I thought there were rights for a second, but I was wrong. I was wrong
There's
about
no
rights.
such thing.
You get people to the hospital when they have a heart attack. You start cutting down the ability to flow through the streets. You start diverting police and fire attention. People die. So what hasn't been allowed
People
to
die.
go on fosters this.
You know what? It's funny to me that like when a Republican governor shuts down a bridge to like get back at political rivals, all the Republicans are like, "That's no big deal." But when a protest shuts a bridge down, they're like, "People could have died. It's deadly. It's bad. It's dangerous." Really interesting. I'd like to juxtapose this with tape of Rudy Giuliani probably defending Chris Christie, because I'm sure he fucking did.
Probably.
So.
I like how he said there were no attacks under Bush. We've had 2 attacks under Obama. It was like, no, you had one very successful attack under Bush, and then you had 2 thwarted attacks under Obama.
Wait, he said, what do you mean there was no attacks under Bush? There was 9/11 under Bush.
Yeah, and there was 9/11, which
And whether-
was a
I mean, like,
successful
you
attack.
you could say
and then there was like the shoe bomber and that, which were thwarted.
Yeah, who cares about that?
Yeah.
But you could say that fucking, I mean, like...
Benghazi, but that
I
was
guess.
not in the U.S.
But you know, the funny thing is, like, you could say that Rudy Giuliani could have done nothing to prevent 9/11, and that's probably true. But George W. Bush definitely could have.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, Rudy Giuliani was the mayor, and
But they actually-
his job was to, like, oversee simple things. Well, I mean, obviously, there's a much bigger responsibility being the mayor of New York City than there is being the mayor of
most
Columbus, Ohio.
Sure.
Like,
I mean, if you're the mayor of New York City, you actually, like, you can have presidential ambitions from there. I mean, it's not most cities you can have presidential ambitions just from a mayoral position, but I mean, it's that big of a place.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's bigger than a lot of countries out there in terms of population. So,
unspeakable tragedy
of anti-police hatred, and that's 1% of the problem. What about the 92%? That is
fuck TJ, 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 fuck TJ,
fuck T. No.
Yeah, I had to give up eventually. I know it's gonna light up here. There's like I think a 60-second delay on here, so here it
TJ,
comes.
please rape me. Someone said that.
I know, TJ, you're getting all these offers now.
How can I rape someone who wants to be raped? That doesn't even make sense. If they want it, it can't be rape. It's consensual.
Where's the best place for TJ to go? Should TJ go to California? Should he go to New York? Should he just like go to the middle, like to like Denver or like a big city, like kind of towards the center of the U.S. where like everyone can just kind of congregate there to meet him?
I think we should all try to exist in the same physical location through astral projection.
So it's going to be an astral projection gangbang?
Yeah, I think we're going to like try to meet in like a higher plane of existence and fuck.
actually causing the death of most black men in this country. We can't talk about that? You're racist if you say that? Frankly, I think you're racist if you don't say that.
So you were mayor, obviously, for a long time, eight years. Al Sharpton was president of the city, running around demagoguing. How does it feel to you to see him now a key White House advisor in the Barack Obama administration?
Well, for Al Sharpton to be tearing down the grand jury, which is a little older than Al Sharpton, it started with the Magna Carta.
It's older, therefore more correct.
People said they want to meet in Toledo.
Meet in Toledo.
Yeah, we'll have the Drunken Peasants convention in Toledo.
The Drunken Peasants convention in Toledo. where it will devolve into an orgy within 5 seconds.
TJ will just walk into the room, and there it goes. It's on.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Well, I guess we're going to move on from this.
Yeah, I think so, too. Yeah, shit. Let's do this one. WLWT 5, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati.
State constitutional issues, but the one in Sycamore Township
Zombie
involves
nativity.
zombies.
Yep, you heard her right.
Yeah.
Yep, you heard her right, folks. Zombies.
This guy put up a zombie nativity scene and was being ordered by a judge to take it down.
I'd have told that judge, go fuck yourself. I'm
Zombie
entitled to my
figure.
religion.
On private property, and as WLWT News 5's John London shows us tonight, the township wants the display gone.
It is probably the most unusual holiday display in the region, sort of a combo
Sweet.
Halloween nativity scene along a Sycamore Township side street, where passersby just can't help but slow and stare.
People come by all the time and they take pictures and they take videos and they'll get out of their cars. We never expected
awesome.
the reaction.
It's kind of like Halloween and Christmas combined.
It's kind of like this guy devoted his Christmas to Satan. Satan.
Maybe not Satan, maybe, voodoo. Because isn't there zombies in, like, old voodoo practice?
Oh, yeah. It's maggoty with zombies.
I'm pretty sure I'm guessing in New Orleans, there's a lot of, like, zombie museums and that kind of shit, right?
I don't know if there's zombie museums, but there's a lot of places that sell, like, voodoo bullshit.
Right. And zombies are a big part of voodoo, though.
I don't know if they're, like, a huge part, but there's definitely, like, some zombie imagery.
I watched a documentary about, like, families in Haiti that believe
in
that
the zombies.
Yeah, and that their, like, dead son came back to them and is now, like, a zombie living with them.
Sweet.
But usually it ends up being an imposter when they...
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm your son.
Yep.
You look pretty similar.
Kinda. You look a little bit like him, sure, whatever.
I guess our son is a zombie, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened. Isn't that fucked up?
I mean, it's kind of hard to feel bad for people that get suckered that completely because you just realize like they must be really dumb.
Yep.
That came of it.
Amanda Baker's the fiance of the zombie manger creator, Jason Dixon.
I manage 13 rooms of Doom Haunted House.
The one in Rising Sun. So this is what he had on hand.
Ugly stuff to work with.
All handmade except for the store-bought zombie Joseph and the zombie baby Jesus.
That's the best. That's the best Jesus there's ever been. Dude.
Yeah.
If this were the official like canon of Christianity, I'd be a Christian.
When I was in high school, my friend stole the baby Jesus from a nativity scene somewhere, and he cut a little hole in the corner of baby Jesus's mouth, and he would stick cigarettes in it, and there was like a big hole on the back of baby Jesus that the light would go through, and we'd smoke cigarettes through baby Jesus, and like the cigarette be all like coiling down. It was pretty fun.
He and Amanda love Halloween.
Ben's fucking crazy.
And no one seemed unnerved by the undead until 2 anonymous complaints.
Notice of violation.
Inspector
We are offended by this display.
Violation 1. And an accessory structure taking up more than 35% of the front yard, violation 2. Here's the paperwork. Amanda tells me this display is not designed to offend anyone's holiday or religious sensibilities. And a township spokesman tells me Sycamore does not regulate for content, that this is strictly about zoning. We ran that by Jason.
They can tell you whatever they want to tell you.
He isn't buying it. He could be fined $1,000.
We could also go to court. That's an option.
There goes another tourist. It is an eye-catching display that has become this month's mini destination.
Right now it is. There's a lot of traffic coming through here just to see the nativity scene.
Why didn't we go see this, Ben? You and I should have gone to the zombie nativity.
It was too far.
Wasn't that far.
Yeah, probably like an hour and a half.
Should have gone.
Shit.
Taking our picture with zombie baby Jesus. Now I gotta wait till next year.
They see it on Facebook and they want to see what it's all about.
The township has ordered it down by Friday, the day after Christmas.
I'm sure I'm going to take it down and put up something that's going to offend them just for a week.
Happy New Year in Sycamore Township. John London, WLWT.
Sycamore Township Planning and Zoning Department says the display must be down by noon on Friday.
I'd leave it up.
Isn't that fucked up?
I'd just leave it up forever. I'd be like, nope, now it stays up until the end of time.
I'm kind of surprised the ACLU didn't get involved in that or something.
ACLU is too busy fucking sucking the dick of Hitler. Don't you know what an evil organization that is? They're trying to destroy America.
We're right next to the freeway, so we have to do something to catch people's eye.
This old St. Nick doesn't look so jolly. No smile, sunglasses, and armed. Next to the tagline, "We build ARs, or assault rifles, for Santa."
Basically build it
I didn't know Santa needed that kind of thing. But
He
apparently
does.
he does.
You know, he's sliding down chimneys. He doesn't know, you know.
You
There
know,
could
it's
be
kind
criminals in there.
He was already breaking into houses, but now he's doing it armed. So I think Santa's becoming a problem.
Into something like that up on the wall.
Steve Dyke with Downrange in Chico says it's all
Is his
in
name
good fun.
Steve Dyke?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. Make sure.
You know,
I heard that.
when I was in grade school, I read a book. It was called The Hole in the Dike.
Neat.
It was about a little boy that lived in, you know, Holland, the Netherlands.
Uh-huh.
And he noticed that there was a big hole in a dike.
Yeah.
And there was water leaking through the big hole in the dike.
Yeah.
So he walked up to it and stuck his finger in the hole in the dike and left his finger in the hole in the dike overnight until someone found him so that they could come and patch up the hole.
Well,
and he
that's
saved
good.
the whole town by putting his finger in the hole in the dike.
Yeah. Because otherwise she would have been pissed.
Who? What? She?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I
dude.
misunderstood the story, I guess.
Obviously, Santa Claus is kind of synonymous with Christmas. We actually thought, you know, that we kind of got a kick out of it and thought it'd be good and thought other people would think it was funny.
There have been a few complaints, but customers like Bob Marshall don't see the problem.
That's a First Amendment right, or Second Amendment right, excuse me, and I believe in it fully.
It's a Second Amendment right for Santa to have a gun. I think First Amendment actually was more accurate with that, to put up a billboard of Santa holding a gun. I don't see why anyone would be offended by it. I just don't get it. I just think it's kind of dumb, because, like, why would Santa want a fucking gun? It doesn't really seem like his kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Santa travels around the world bringing joy and laughter and giving children presents. I don't think he needs, like, a fucking AR that he uses to mow people down with in his spare time.
I think he needs it. Because criminals don't follow the law, TJ.
That's true.
They don't.
Santa goes to some criminal's house. They're like, "Who the fuck that breaking in my house?" And then Santa's like, "I don't think so, bitch." You know?
We showed the ad to this after-school teacher
Yeah, he looks evil. That's kind of scary.
who thought it was over the top.
Like, as a teacher, I would not want my students to see that. I don't think you need to put out that as Santa has a gun.
We called the city of
Yeah,
Chico
you do,
and found
bitch.
out
You don't know.
billboards are
The naughty kids need to know what they're up against.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
do, bitch. You don't know.
You don't know. Some fucking kids thinking about misbehaving, and they see a picture of Santa holding the fucking badass gun. They're like, "Whoa, I would think twice about this. I thought he was just gonna put coal in my stocking.
Let's do one more
I didn't know he was
news
gonna
clip.
pump me full of fucking lead."
We'll do one more news clip, and then we'll move on to Q&A.
Sweet.
First, a veteran San Jose officer caught in a storm of controversy. His threatening tweets ignite nationwide fury, and tonight, critics are calling for his head.
It's funny because he's apparently speaking to, like, you know, middle school children right there.
This is probably like Dare or some stupid shit.
Good evening, I'm Veronica Dela Cruz.
And I'm Ken Bastida. Alan and Liz are off tonight. The officer had been venting on
Veronica
Twitter about the
Dela
recent
Cruz.
wave of anti-police protests. KPIX5's Ann Notarangelo is live in San Jose tonight. That officer is on leave, but some say that's not enough. Ann?
Well, Philip White has been a celebrated officer here in San Jose, trying to keep kids out of gangs. But tonight, there are a lot of people who are calling for him to be fired.
What'd he say?
You ready?
Yeah.
Officer
How
Philip
bad
White
is it?
is seen in this video talking to young people about consequences for their actions.
is you gotta use your noggin. You gotta use your brain.
Apparently you didn't use yours.
Here he goes.
Because otherwise you wouldn't be in this shitstorm.
I don't know why it's like when people post on Twitter, they don't think anybody could see that.
No one will see this shit.
Right.
I believe little thought was used when White directed 2 tweets at protesters who have been demonstrating against police brutality, saying, quote, "Threaten me or my family, and I will use my God-given and law-appointed right and duty to kill you."
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
God-given law.
God-given law,
and law
and appointed right and duty to kill you. That's their job. It's the job of the police to kill you.
That's the first I've ever heard that. I've heard to serve and protect.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But not my duty to kill you.
It's my right to kill you.
No, not just your right. It's not like you
And duty.
choose. It's your duty. Like, you have to do this.
And not only is it law appointed, but it's God given as well.
At least
God is up in heaven like, officer, kill those people.
Yeah, it's your duty.
Well, I gotta do it, and I want to do it. It's my right. Wow.
How
appropriate that his last name is White.
Matter. He later tweeted, "By the way, if anyone feels they can't breathe or their lives matter, I'll be at the movies tonight, off duty, carrying my gun."
Wow. So, yeah.
America.
Fuck yeah. Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah. So, police suck. Pretty much. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure this guy is in support of what the officer said.
I saw venom and vitriol. And I saw someone that is a walking danger and walking threat.
No.
Who has a badge and a gun.
No, dude. He's totally legit. It's cool.
He's just trying to keep you safe.
Didn't you know that? Look, dude. You think you can't breathe? You think your life matters? No. He has a God-given and law-appointed right and duty to kill you, sir. To kill you. Because you're a piece of shit.
As well as the state's
Your skin is too dark for him.
Raj Jayadev with Silicon Valley Debug.
Oh, we can't even say his name. It's not an American name.
Yeah, if you didn't want to be killed by the police, you should have thought about that before you weren't born white, you piece of shit.
Yeah, change your name.
Change your name
to John
Smith.
Johnson.
John Smith.
Yeah,
John Johnson. That's even better.
Yeah.
And dye your skin white. And fucking grow some hair and make sure you keep it straight. None of that curly fucking Jerry curl type shit, okay? You know, good, straight, white people kind of hair that we're not scared of.
Works to promote a better relationship between minorities and police. He's demanding White be fired.
This is a police
All
officer
whites?
that felt that
Jesus
there would
Christ.
not be any sort of accountability for these type of attitudes, behaviors, and threats, and that's where he's wrong.
San Jose's
Cop
police
was
chief
just trying to voice his mind.
Yep.
Over at the San Jose Police Department.
San Jose.
Yep, San Jose, dude.
issued
How do
this
you
statement.
say it?
Quote,
I say
the
it,
comments
San
made on Officer
Jose.
White's private social media account do not
Wait,
reflect
private
the thoughts
social
or
media
feelings of the
account.
men
Hold
and
on.
women-
It's
Pause.
not private.
Let's just think about the fucking, like, you aware that private social media account is an oxymoron, right? If it's a social media account, it's not private. It's public. That's the definition of a social media fucking account, you imbeciles.
There are ways to make your social media account more private,
Sure.
and make it so that only followers get to see what you write, and if he even had it so that only his followers got to see what he wrote.
Okay, so but if we're gonna use
someone took exception to what he said.
Sure, and if we're gonna use this line of logic here, that this was his private social media account, then, like, literally, you should be able to say anything on your social media. Like, if I fucking go on my social media and say, like, I fucking love Hitler and the Jews got what was coming to them, like, and then someone's like, hey, you said this. I was like, hey, that's my private social media account, dog. Don't take me to task for that. I was private. Who told you could read that?
They did that with the guy that wrote I think it was the Monday Night Football theme song.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
No. No, are you ready for some football?
Oh, you talk about who is that one?
Something Jr.
Was it Hank Williams? Jr.?
Hank Williams Jr., yeah. His dad was Hank Williams. He's Hank Williams Jr., yeah. He said something about, like, Obama and John Boehner playing golf together was like Hitler playing golf with Netanyahu or something like that.
Yep.
And when he got fired from NBC, or I think it was NBC, for saying that, they were like, oh, it's his First Amendment rights, and then it's like, well, no, it's the rights of the company to fire him if they don't like what he said.
Okay, there's way too many black NFL players for you to get away with saying something racist about the first black president at the NFL. Like, if we were talking about the NRA, it probably wouldn't have been a big deal.
Right.
If he'd read the NRA theme song, they would just be like, we defend what he said. But not the NFL, no.
In here at the San Jose Police Department, nor do we condone this type of behavior. The powerful
We
San
don't
Jose
condone
Police
it, but we're not
Officers
going to
Union,
fire
which
him.
usually doesn't comment on personnel issues, made an exception with a prepared statement.
Offensive, disrespectful, and inappropriate social media comments surrounding the recent tragic loss of life and officer-involved incidents have no place in that public discourse. We condemn these comments.
We condemn him.
Was that the spokesperson for the department?
I guess. It's funny how they'll condemn this cop for making comments, but they won't actually condemn the cops that actually killed people. It's kind of an interesting thing. You choked someone to death unprovoked? Okay, well, we're going to defend you. You said some mean things on social media. We condemn his actions.
Check this out. This happened... This story is kind of crazy, but this happened in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, which is like a suburb of Albuquerque. And this teacher was forced to resign after a student wrote about a certain subject.
Camp. Jesus and drugs. It was part of a writing
Didn't we do this one already?
that caused some controversy in Rio Rancho.
Did we?
I thought we did.
If we already did it, we can skip it.
I'm pretty sure we already did it.
All right. I must have been drunk.
You're always drunk, Ben.
You know what? Let's go into Q&A.
Okay.
All right.
Do Q&A all day.
I couldn't remember if we did it already.
Hi, Drunken Peasants.
Mega Man.
My question
I
today
know that. It's from
what's
Mega Man.
your criticism of Sam Harris? Because I recently watched one of the older episodes, and I know that Galen hates Sam Harris, so what's his criticism of Sam Harris? And I'm interested in Scoopy's and TJ's and Benjamin's criticism of Sam Harris.
Okay. Answer this question, but then we're going to do it because everyone is saying we didn't already do it.
We did it.
Okay, well then, whatever.
We fucking did it. All right, well let's do it then. Because I don't even have an answer to this question. That's mostly a
Sam
Galen
Harris.
thing. I don't really have any. I mean, like, I don't believe in the objective morality arguments he makes, but I don't really have any huge criticisms. But Galen does. So maybe next time we have Galen on the show, we'll play that question.
That dash cam video helped provide a Bloomfield,
Hold on.
New Jersey
That's not it, is
man
it?
Yeah,
innocent.
no. Here we go. KOAT Action News.
Jesus and drugs. It was part of a writing assignment that caused some controversy in Rio Rancho. And now a Cleveland high school teacher is off the job, but she's still fighting. Tonight, she spoke to Action 7 News reporter Alana Grimstad.
A Rio Rancho high school student wrote a story for class about Jesus Christ giving out pot.
I love teaching.
Now that student's teacher.
What a great story idea.
I am so sure we did this. But all right. Jesus gave out pot.
Yes. It's a news story.
I don't understand. So,
we may have done this before. Maybe, who knows. But a lot of people said we didn't. So
they're liars. They're all liars. Okay, so Jesus gave out weed. And this got someone in trouble, I guess?
A kid wrote a story. It's not like Jesus actually gave out weed.
But
You know?
a teenager wrote a story about Jesus giving out
Yes.
weed for like what, a creative writing class or something.
Yes.
And the teacher had to quit because of that?
Yes.
Did she like personally assign that project? Like, you have to write a story about Jesus giving out weed.
You know, it's funny. If this is a high school in Rio Rancho, this is probably the high school in Rio Rancho that Walter White worked at in Breaking Bad.
Sweet.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I wonder if he was the creative writing teacher.
No,
Jesus would have been giving out meth in his version.
Teacher is out of a job.
I'm not there to judge them. I'm there to encourage them.
Katrina Garaccio says her creative
Whatever,
writing
communist.
class is a safe place students can find their voices.
A place where they can come and express themselves and talk freely.
The assignment:
She lets her children
take
come
a
in
fairy
class.
tale or
That's
legend
disgusting.
and rewrite it in modern times.
More students want to be creative and they want to write.
One student changed the biblical story about Jesus handing out bread and fish to the poor to Jesus handing out marijuana to the sick.
I don't take any personal offense. It's not written for me.
I'm
It's written
offended.
for them. It's how they can express
That's disgusting.
But according to the teacher,
How could you portray Jesus?
How dare she let creative writing be creative?
You know,
How dare that bitch?
creative writing should be rigidly controlled. Standards and practices. Standards and practices. Maybe instead of handing out pot, Jesus can hand out pamphlets about how pot is bad to drug-addicted youth in the inner city.
during peer review, one of the other students got highly offended by the story, told her parents, and then the teacher was put on administrative leave
So basically,
while the district investigated.
Kind of a slap in the face of years of hard work.
Garaccio says then she felt forced to resign.
Targeted and harassed.
Should have thought about that
students
before
with
you were a
one final
communist trying to give teenagers a quote-unquote voice.
Quote-unquote voice.
Life lesson.
If they have something to say it. Not everyone's going to agree with you, but that doesn't make your point invalid or worthless. Tell your story.
In Rio Rancho, Alana Grimstad, KOAC
Shut up,
Action 7
hippie.
News.
I'm guessing she probably even had the opportunity to probably go against her principal. I think she probably resigned out of principle. I don't know. Kind of seems that way.
I don't think liberal scum like that have any principles, Ben.
Yeah.
I think they're just disgusting and trying to corrupt America's youth.
A spokesperson for the school district would not go on camera, but says the teacher was not forced to resign because of the student's freedom of speech rights. In a statement, she says the teacher involved chose to resign rather than follow the district's direction that classes be administered in a professional manner.
Hold on.
It's so unprofessional for a creative writing class to allow students to be creative with their writing. It's pretty disgusting if you ask me, buddy. I, for one, am deeply, deeply, deeply offended. And shocked. Shocked as well.
Hello, Drunken Peasants.
Shut up.
I just finished reading the Douchebag Bible, and while reading it,
Oh,
I thought of a
TJ.
question.
What?
Are you going to be nicer to him now?
No.
No?
He's
Okay.
a piece of shit.
Okay.
My book probably just took him from a total piece of shit to a somewhat piece of shit. That's all it managed to do.
Raised him a few levels.
Raised him maybe half a level.
The question is for you, GJ, and the question is, how does it feel to know that so many people all around the world have been taking time out of their day to sit down and read all your thoughts and ideas that you've been spending time thinking of and writing down?
Yep.
That's the question. Thank you for writing the book, and thank you.
You know, I'm glad that some people have chosen to read my book, but unfortunately, it's still not 100% of the population. So, I feel entitled to my work being read and also loved by everyone. I think that anyone who hasn't read my book is a reprehensible piece of shit who should probably be drug out in the street and shot. So anyone who hasn't ordered my book should probably do so. Now, there's none available right now because I'm currently signing one batch, but as soon as that batch goes out, another batch will be going on sale. And if you don't buy those copies, then you're a piece of shit. Anyone who hasn't read the Douchebag Bible, you're garbage. anyone who has read it, you're slightly less garbage. And I think that's the point that we need to walk away with here, is that, you know, whatever. Ben's not here, and I don't know how to skip to the next video, so I'm just gonna yammer on about nothing. I'm just gonna kind of sit here and try to waste time. Just keep talking, not really saying much of anything, just kind of yammering on pointlessly and endlessly until Ben returns, so you could skip to the next video. And until then, I'm probably just gonna continue talking in a circular manner with nothing much to say, because I have nothing more to say on the subject. And Ben's back, so next video.
Did you, like, drag that out the whole time?
Yep.
Good job.
How's it going, Drunken Peasants?
Holy shit, a talking car!
Yeah, I watched
It's Kit from
Richard
Knight Rider.
Hoffman's
Woo!
video a while back that TJ posted up in response to his feminist video.
He posted that in response to his feminist videos.
Well, it's a talking car, Ben. What do you expect? Come on. It's not going to be able to perfectly enunciate everything. It's the first model talking car. Come on. I mean, let's fucking have a little fucking leeway here. This is an impressive leap forward technologically for mankind.
You know, he apparently has an awful lot of disdain for TJ, so I guess my question is, you think you guys could ever get him on the show? And
he's talking about Coughlin.
You know, it's funny because actually that was another thing we did on Saturday's show for the patrons only.
The exclusive show.
We actually looked at Coughlin's video and responded to it. And we came to the conclusion that it was garbage and that his points were total bullshit. Surprise,
TJ,
surprise.
Leave me alone, mate. TJ.
It's all right, Coughlin.
Leave me alone,
it's
mate.
All right. It's all right. I'll leave you alone, buddy.
TJ.
But actually, no, Coughlin actually did rape me. So it was a tragic day. I won't tell the whole story again because it was kind of a patron-only story. But he did make me sing
It's a patron-only
Yeah,
story.
he did make me sing Backstreet Boys songs as he sodomized me. So that was extra traumatic.
And all the patrons got to watch it.
And he made me lick his mole.
Patreon.com/DP.
He made me lick his mole.
That was awesome.
You know what? That thing that on his face that he calls a mole. But I think once it gets that large, it has to be upgraded from mole
to wart.
I wouldn't even call it a wart because it's not even like round. It's like an elongated thing that takes up a huge portion of his face. It really just looks like a turd that's been stapled to his fucking head. So I'm just gonna call it his face turd. I had to lick his face turd. It was pretty gross. I felt sick, you know, but it didn't taste bad. It kind of tasted like cinnamon, honestly. So it wasn't a taste issue. It was just the thought of licking that disgusting mark that disfigures his already hideous face.
Yeah.
Anyway. So what was the question? I don't even remember. What's the next thing?
Hold on.
you have a more direct conversation with him.
Oh,
See
yeah,
what
if we
kind of
didn't invite him on the
chaos you
show.
get from that.
Yeah, Coughlin.
People have asked him, and he's answered pretty directly that he's not interested in coming on.
So
our
everyone
show.
go ask him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Before you were like, don't play Coughlin's video.
Let's let him. Well, no. I didn't want to play his video because I was so eager to have a face-to-face, one-on-one conversation with him.
Oh, whatever.
So let's bring him on the show. Everyone go ask Coughlin. You know, let's get him to agree to come on the show, folks. Just
really,
get him. Tell him that we'll be nice. We'll be so civil.
TJ,
we'll be real nice to him.
TJ, leave him alone, mate.
Yeah. Actually, it was funny because even if he agreed, I was gonna be like, nah, I ain't having
Really?
Coughlin on the show.
No, I would say have him on, whatever.
Well, all right. We'll let Ben decide, I guess.
No. If he wants to be on, I don't want to, honestly, he already said he didn't want to come on, so I'm against bothering him again about it, but if he wants to come on, that's fine.
But if you want to bother him, there's nothing we could really do to stop you, technically. Just saying.
Especially after you told everyone to do it.
Well, I was joking. That was sarcastic. Wink.
Wink.
Wink. Nudge, nudge.
Hey, TJ, if you had 10 minutes to either smoke a whole bunch of weed.
Hey, TJ, hey. Hey, man. Hey. If you, like, had the chance to, like, smoke a whole bunch of weed.
10 minutes, he said.
Did you say 10 minutes?
He said if I had 10 minutes to smoke a whole bunch of weed.
All right. I think he's going to give you an or.
There's probably an or.
For 10 minutes to get really drunk. But you could only either do weed or get drunk. What would you rather do?
Well, I would go with the weed because it's a lot easier to get high in 10 minutes than drunk in 10 minutes.
And the consequences are always lower as well.
Right, because if you like drink enough to get totally drunk in a 10-minute time frame,
you're gonna have a hangover.
Yeah, and you're gonna probably puke your guts out too. Because I mean, that's no pace to yourself. It's just like drink.
Yeah, I would say to get that drunk that fast, you'd probably have to be doing liquor shots or like cocktails or something like that.
Doing like strong shots.
Yeah.
Or like strong drinks, or just, just pour a bunch of whiskey in a glass
martinis or something. Yeah, scotch on the rocks.
Yeah.
Like for 10 minutes, smoke a lot of weed or get really drunk.
Right, we got it. It's not something you have to recap.
And why?
And he said, and why?
We already explained why.
Okay.
He's probably too high to understand the answer, though. Dude,
hey, Drunken Peasants, how you guys doing this evening? Sorry about the whole no lights.
I notice every time I play one of his questions, Scotty's like, ah.
I do too usually, but I didn't recognize him quickly enough this time because it was dark.
He asks a question. I think his goal is to ask a question for every episode.
But he hasn't succeeded.
No, I think we skipped.
You've thwarted him. Mwahaha, you're a fucking garbage egghead.
He looks pretty evil right there, though.
Nah, he just looks like he's looking up at like a fucking dude that he's about to suck the cock of to me. He's like, yes, master, I'll suck it good.
Situation here. My question for you guys is this. Who would win in a fight? Smaug the dragon from the Hobbit series, Toothless the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon, or the dragons from Game of Thrones?
I'm gonna go with Smaug.
Yeah. Is it just because he's the oldest, though?
No. Well, the dragons from Game of Thrones are pretty lame, in my opinion. So they're out automatically.
You know, I stopped watching Game of Thrones before it even got to the dragons, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I got bored with it.
That's just... I don't even understand that at all, but we'll just kill Ben some other time. But no, like, I don't know. I mean, Toothless would have a chance. Like, I don't know. It depends on if Toothless's energy attack is... the more I talk about this question, the less I feel like I'm even worthy of existing in this world. So let's just move on.
You're not.
I'm not going to have a fucking conversation about dragons. I'm just not going to do it.
Hi TJ, hi Ben.
Shut up,
Scotty, if you're there, and
he's not. He's a pussy.
The guest or guests are. Hopefully it's Bible Reloaded or Paul's Ego, since let's face it, the best.
No one's here, just me and Ben.
Greatest show ever.
Best show
just
ever.
Ben and TJ.
Just
Greatest
Ben and TJ.
show.
The Drunken Peasants boiled down to its simplest constituent elements.
Yes.
I don't like this Team Ben, Team TJ shit that's happening.
Yeah.
That needs to stop.
I agree.
And all of the people participating need to be killed, or at least severely maimed
because
by tigers.
It's Team Ben and TJ versus everyone else.
Yeah.
My question is for all of you, if you've got any favourite British
God damn it,
comedians,
Ben! Come on.
Who are they?
You got to give the
That's what I
show a
want.
fucking chance. You know, at least go through the first season. You know, sometimes it takes a while. To
So you're butthurt?
Yeah.
About this shit?
I'm damn butthurt. You know, it's bullshit. But all right, we'll play the rest of this. Whatever he's saying.
I gotta start it from the beginning because you were paying attention. You're butthurt that I found Game of Thrones boring.
It's not boring, is the thing.
It's boring.
It's not.
I think they try to get by on too much shock value too.
No, that's not. That's bullshit. Every fucking part of the plot is fucking like they're making a point. Just shut up. You don't know. You're a horrible person, Ben. Horrible.
I went to the theater that George R.R. Martin owns.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He was one of the theaters that said he would show the interview back when they were saying they weren't going to release it.
I didn't know that.
He actually penned this article about how, like, I don't care if it's a masterpiece or a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'll show it.
Yeah, he owns
I
that.
ain't afraid of no terrorists.
He used to run the like fantasy sci-fi conventions in Albuquerque every year.
Galen co-ran them with him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Galen and
I saw him there.
George R. Martin, close friends, have been for years.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna run his question again.
Okay.
Hey, Drunken
Hold
Peasants,
on,
how you guys?
wrong one.
Hi TJ, hi Ben.
Hi.
Scotty, if you're there. And
He's not
whoever
here.
He's got rabbit teeth.
The guest or guests are.
Quit being mean.
Hopefully it's
I'm
Bible
sorry.
Reloaded or Paul's Ego, since let's face it, they're the best. Yeah, my question is for all of you. If you've got any favourite British comedians, who are they? That's all I want to know.
I like Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I also like Russell Brand, but I'm kind of even
How
scared
about-
to say that because people like some people just have like a really strong negative reaction to Russell Brand.
How
for
about
whatever
Eddie
reason.
Izzard?
Yeah, I like Eddie Izzard too.
Okay.
And
those are probably my two favorite.
I like a few other ones too. I just can't remember them offhand. But I know there's a few British comedians I've liked.
I liked. I grew up watching Benny Hill. Like, I know that's not like stand up, but that's just like, crazy stupid humor. But I enjoyed that kind of shit when I was a kid too.
I liked some. I mean, like in terms of like British humor, like I've liked a lot of like. There's a few shows on like Blackadder. I'll watch that with fucking what's his face? The guy that plays Mr. Bean. I can't remember his name. Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah. On PBS they would always have like the British sitcoms.
John Cleese is pretty funny too.
Well, yeah, Monty Python
Yeah.
in general.
But I mean, like even stuff outside of Monty Python, John Cleese. is
Yeah,
pretty funny.
yeah. Fish Called Wanda. Next.
Yeah.
Hey, Drunken Peasants, how you
What
guys
the
doing
fuck?
this evening?
I don't know. I don't know. He's taunting us. Go away,
my question for you
motherfucker.
guys is this.
Okay.
A lot of bearded people.
Look at this guy. How would you guess his voice sounds just by looking at just this picture?
I hope it's comedically low pitched.
Well, how about his accent?
I feel like he should talk like this. Hi there, drunken peasants. How y'all doing?
No, it's slightly different.
Get your
it's
fat
similar,
ass
but
back here.
Get your fat ass back here.
no, but his voice should be like,
How you doing, drunken peasants? Y'all are looking pretty good today.
Oh, the long face.
So my favorite movie is Apocalypse Now, and I got that poster back there. I love that movie. I've seen that movie 117 times. Anyway, my question is, will TJ drill me in the butthole?
What's up, Drunken Peasants? Just a
Nope.
real quick question here.
Nice Totally and deep.
I have a
Yep.
really good friend who's been friends for years.
No, you
She's always
don't.
been
You have
pretty
no
secular.
friends.
Till about a year ago, when she found Jesus.
yeah, that kind of puts an end to the
Ken
secular
Hogan
thing.
strain of Jesus, whatever that is. It's pretty goddamn terrible. But I was just wondering if you had any advice or tips on how to try and get her to come to the dark side. If not, do you think it's a lost cause? Smoke pan every day.
Just fucking. You can lead a fool to reason, but you can't make him think. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people end their videos with smoke pan every day. It's almost like amen.
Smoke pan every day.
Amen.
Yep. See y'all later. Smoke pan every day. I hope that catches on. I hope like even if the drunken peasants are a forgotten like relic of an ancient time, like people are still going around smoke pan every day. That should be the custom greeting for everyone.
That can
on the planet
replace
Earth.
have a good day.
Yeah. Smoke pan every day. No one will even know what the fuck it means. People will just say it. It'll just be like an automatic thing. All right, Dad. Smoke pan every day. See ya. It's a beautiful thing.
Hi, Drunken Peasants. I have a question today about police and how they handle things like sexual assaults and rape crimes. In the 7th grade, I was falsely accused and charged with felony sexual assault. Now, a girl
Falsely accused, huh? No way. I automatically believe whoever accused you.
Ryan Wiley.
Because Ryan Wiley and feminists everywhere say that we should automatically believe those who the accusers and not the accused. So you're obviously guilty of rape and deserve to be electrocuted.
Accused me of grabbing her in her boobs, in her butt, and punching her in the mouth.
Well, why didn't you? Weren't her boobs and butt nice? How dare you abstain? You insulted her integrity as a woman by not even taking notice of those things. You were defeminizing her. That's disgusting. Your male
when they went to
privilege
question me
sickens
about
me.
it, they used tricky language and tripped me up. I actually started crying because I couldn't help them at all to figure out what had gone wrong. Now, in a lot of cases, I hear that women are just taken. Their word is taken as the truth and nothing but the truth. Now, I was arrested and I was charged with felony sexual assault, and that was a really hard thing for me to handle. But my question is, why do you think that police take the girl's side instead of the guy's side?
Well, they don't every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's always different. In your case, I mean, let me ask you this: was the girl white? Because that's probably why, in your case, they didn't take your side.
And we don't know anything.
We don't know
his-
anything about it. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
If that is the reason, I mean, that's probably has something to do with it. Because I mean, we kind of seem to have pretty racist police in America. Whatever. But I mean, you know, we obviously, like Ben says, we don't know anything about your personal situation, and you know, every situation is different. Every department is different. Every fucking police department is going to have not totally different procedures, but you know, it kind of depends on, you know, does the officer in charge, like, what's his gut feeling or whatever. That's really probably not how it should be. I believe that, you know, no one should be arrested unless there's compelling evidence that they actually committed the crime that they're being accused of. And obviously, if you were falsely accused and we believe your narrative, which, you know, obviously we don't know one way or the
Yeah,
other.
we don't know for sure. We're just taking what you're
but,
saying
you know,
at face value.
Assuming that you are telling the truth
Yeah.
and you were falsely accused, oh shit. But assuming you're telling the truth and you were falsely accused, you know, God, I lost my train of thought when I did that cough.
Yeah, that was hardcore.
It was a hardcore cough. But anyway, I mean, you know, it could have just been someone's gut reaction, like, I think he did it. That shouldn't be the case. If there's no evidence, then I don't think there should be an arrest. That's my real point here. But in terms of you asking us, like, why did the police always act this way? I don't know that they do.
Yeah, they don't always act that way. I would love to be able to condemn the police and say that they act a certain way, but you can't say it every time.
There's a little more nuance than that
happens, yeah.
sometimes, unfortunately.
Hey guys, just another Q&A. Just wondering if you could make any two creationists fight each other, who would it be? I'd like to see the Vigilant Christian versus Josh Shitstein.
I would do... I don't know. I want to see Ken Ham in a fight because he's got a really, like, mean-looking expression.
Ken Ham versus Ray Comfort, I'm thinking.
How
about G-Man versus Ken Ham?
I'm not sure.
G-Man's not like a big-time creationist, but...
I kind of want to see... I think Ken Ham versus not Ray Comfort, but Ray Comfort's little stooge, Kirk Cameron. I think that would be an interesting one. I predict that Ken Ham would win, even though he's older. You know, actually, I'm gonna make a video game of my my existence, and Ken Ham is gonna be the third level boss of the game. I'm gonna fight my way through the Creationist Museum.
It's almost like
And,
Game of Death with Bruce Lee.
Yeah, and there's gonna be dinosaurs that you have to fight in the Creationist Museum.
And when you get to the top floor, it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No. It's Ken Ham riding a T-Rex and throwing Bibles.
It's like a mechanical bull style T-Rex.
No, I think it's an actual T-Rex. Like he's like cloned them or something. There's like a Jurassic Park thing going on.
God like made them just like appear.
Right.
Like,
God hooked them up.
done it.
God done did it with some T-Rexes. I guess the final boss of the game should be God. And then I think once you kill God, it should turn out like it's the man behind the curtain, and then you pull open the curtain, and there's just like a fat pig. See, that's much better.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was God all along. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah. So here's the poll one last time. TJ.
Who's the sexiest of them all?
TJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
TJ's the winner. Sexier than Ben. Sexier than Scotty. Sexier than everyone. TJ. Sexiest drunken peasant of all. So, Ben, do we have any announcements before we...
Well, the only other thing I can think of is please subscribe to the new channel, because
yes,
things are looking like we're going to have to move to the new channel. We worked a whole year to get, over 50,000 subscribers, and then they flagged us with everything they could. And, we have reason to believe that this was a false flagging campaign. So...
Yeah, we were told by our contacts at Full Screen that this has been a recent rash of false flags against video thumbnails.
Yeah.
That are not actually misleading, but are being labeled misleading. So that's an unfortunate thing. And maybe there's still a possibility of that being reversed, but we're not putting all our eggs in that basket. So anyway, please subscribe to our new channel. That's down below in the description. Also, our Patreon, patreon.com/DP. All of our social media is, of course, linked to that way over there. Please follow us on social media and stuff like that.
Facebook is the best way to reach us. Don't ask questions about just general things. Just send us videos of things that you'd like to see on the show.
Yeah.
At Facebook.
Do not question us. Just provide us with crap.
Yep.
And that's the Drunken Peasants podcast. Greatest show in the universe. Fuck you all.